Audio. Okay, this works. We put in all of my acquaintances. The horse people. Okay, invitations pre-sent. All right, folks. Yes, I know my camera's not turned on right now, but it's for a reason. I stayed up too late. Actually, I stayed up till daylight researching a new project. And it's so diabolical. It's so scary. This thing that I am working on, if it's weaponized, it would be, the terrorists could use it because it's off-the-shelf technology. Off-the-shelf technology. And there's really no defense against it. Well, there probably is, but you'd have to be like in a supermax prison to prevent it from getting in. And even then, smaller versions of it, if it was miniaturized, could even get through that probably. But yes, this poor lowly redneck has come up with something, and unwittingly, unknowingly, in my past, I have tested it, so I know it works. I mean, this is like the ultimate surveillance system. Weapons, it could be used for weapons delivery, but I mean, there's nothing like it. And I went to DARPA, and I went to History Channel, to Science, all those places searching for anybody that has anything like it, and they don't have it. So I can't tell you about it. And I'm not going to give it to the United States government. You know why? Because they're not our government anymore. They would use it for unconstitutional purposes. So if I offered it to a government, it would be more like Israel. Or I could do like our government has done. I could sell it to China. How about China? Yeah. I mean, our government gives everything else to China. So why not give China or sell China a super weapon? I mean, they can be built with off-the-shelf technology, something that the United States government doesn't even have. The problem is, if our United States government had it, they would use it against their own people, which is us. They're such a bunch of, oh man, they're not even our government anymore. We're going to have elections next year, and you know what? People are going to vote by whichever candidate has the biggest commercials. Whoever's on television the most is going to get elected. That's why I know I can't be elected. I won't unless I could pull off some stunt like getting a horse-drawn cart and riding it from one end of the state to the other. Now, I've heard people say, well, you can just be the chariot. Well, how are you going to put a bed in the back of a chariot? Some people are so unsophisticated in their ideas. But anyway, I'm still putting on my shoes, and nobody needed to see me do that. So you can look at the Santa horse there picture. Let me pull up the chat just to see if anybody. I bet you nobody can even guess what this system is that I developed last night. And like I said, unwittingly, I have tested it, so I know it works. Let's see here. Let me get to the video inbox. The mayor of okay, now Gotta find my videos. Where are they? Where did it go? Where's my channel? Because as you know, this is comment driven. And if you don't comment and you don't get answers, I just gonna go out here and armor plate a horse today. I figured we'll give Cleo maybe an ankle holster, some AR-15s, a shotgun. Okay, now, oops, there we go. Now, no, it's not a weaponized horse. This weapon is totally autonomous. I mean, let's put it this way. It's kind of on the order of the Predator drone, but it's backward engineered using ancient technology. It's a marriage of ancient technology and new technology. Very modern. But not so modern that you can't get it at Radio Shack. I mean, it would take, you know, Radio Shack, you'd have to get the parts, and it does include bio-neurocircuitry and some minor things that are common knowledge today, but they have never been all put together. So it's already been done, but it hasn't been done. It hasn't been done in such a way that, I mean, the IDF, the Israeli Defense Force, man, they could clean up with this technology. They could clean up because there's really no defense. There is no real defense against this technology. So it's like it's like the Taliban. I mean, they over in Afghanistan, they've become sophisticated because our military taught them. You know, they found out, oh, well, we could do this to defeat the American censors. Well, we've made our enemy smarter anyway. So that's why I don't think I would give this technology to the United States. I mean, they would just use it against us. And it's just, I mean, it's so far out there that I went back researching all the way back to 1900s. I mean, when they first invented electronics and stuff, I went to the patent office and searched. And there's nothing even close to this. And I don't know why nobody has thought of this before. That's why it's like, wow, nobody has done this. And if they have, there's no research on it, not at the Library of Congress, not at the patent office, or nothing. And believe me, it's so diabolical, it's worthy of Alex Jones or Glenn Beck. This is yeah, I can't talk about what it is on here because if it was developed, it could easily be used against, you know, Homeland Security targets. Like I say, it's can be made with off-the-shelf Radio Shack technology, and it would instill fear in people on the magnitude of a suitcase nuke. I mean, because everybody'd be running around like chickens without their heads on when they found out something like this was developed. I couldn't give it to our government anyway because they don't trust me. They don't even trust me with a handgun permit anymore because I'm dangerous. I guess this is proof that unless they lock me up and take my brain away, maybe lobotomize me, uh, I can come up with some neat weapon systems. I don't think I came up with this though. I think God gave it to me to say, look at the stuff you've been using all your life, and I just put it all together. You know, it has a little bit of ham radio in it. It has a little bit of farm in it, some country stuff in it, and I've used it before, but it was not used for that type of purpose, and it wasn't used for that kind of effect. But when you hook all of these devices together, they become the weapon system or surveillance system. It can be used for simple surveillance, and you wouldn't even know you was being surveilled. Actually, people would be happy to be surveilled. Oh, the Taliban, if our government had it, they could wipe out the Taliban. I mean, that would be just, it's unbelievable technology. But I'm going to write a letter to the IDF, the Israelis, and see if they're interested in it. I can't tell them what it is, but I can make a bargain with them. I said, if it doesn't work, I'll eat a horse turd live on YouTube. Because I know it'll work. I already proven the fact that it would work. It's just a matter of hooking all these different technologies together. Yeah, radio-controlled port. That'd be pretty cool. But you got to remember, radio can be jammed. You can't use it. It can't be done with radio. I guess it could be done with radio if you put it on a high enough frequency that, you know, like microwaves where they're focusable, where you could focus it real close. I guess it could work with radio and not be jammed. Maybe some of that spread spectrum frequency hopping technology, you could use that in there, and that would reduce the thing that it could be done. Oh, I see somebody has already joined me, but they have no audio. Oh, it's Raspburn. You had no audio. Let me see if I can adjust that. No, your audio is turned on. It's just on your end. Your microphone or something's screwed up. Why don't you turn the camera on yourself? Are you chicken? I think the reason he's got it focused on the Fred Flintstones is probably because that's what he looks like, Fred Flintstone. And you still have no audio. No audio at all. Unless you see the little green bar jump up and down when you talk, you're not having any audio. Yeah, once I figured this out last night, I stayed up all night on the internet trying to find any clue to any such device, and there is nothing out there. I mean, there's some stuff that's close, but no cigar. Rast, you still have no audio. You're muted now. Now you muted your mic. No audio. You broke your computer. Yep. That's it. Shut it off and restart it when all else fails. Yeah. Gotta go out. I gotta go out and turn Rex loose today. His water bowl probably froze up last night. Well, I'm sure he's thirsty. I know I thawed out by now. I know I'm an evil animal owner. I oversleep, and everybody suffers because of my epiphany I have at the middle of the night. Except for the little dogs that are in the house here, they. Okay. Let's make sure I got everything here before we make a trip outside with the computer. Got that headgear. We got the multi-tool. No, wait, that's not my multi-tool. It's just a regular knife. Where's my multi-tool go? There it is. Gotta have the multi-tool. Let's see here. Gotta find Cleo's ankle holster. Let's see, she needs an ankle holster and some body armor. Let's see here. Where in the world? Okay, we got some body armor. We've got a sword. Let's see, we've got a knife. Let's see, we've got some ankle holsters. Let's see, what else can we dress up on the horse here? Let's just disable. Of course, the automatic updates never work. I have to hit refresh. Yeah, I probably got somebody at the Fusion Center just worried now, thinking about, oh my gosh, the hillbilly has come up with a weapon system that we can't defend against, and he's going to sell it to a foreign government. Well, we sold everything else to China. I bet you they'd be interested in this. Hey, Dutch, I sent you a, whatchamacallit, let me send it the old-fashioned way. I don't see any PMs, but I sent it through Google Plus. Okay, got that ready. That ready. All right, since we're on Wi-Fi, I can unplug this and take y'all for a walk with me outside. Let's see here. Unplug that. You know what? Dagnabbit, I didn't even make a fresh pot of coffee this morning.
Testing. There we go.
Yes, I hear you.
Yeah, I've been unplugging it and replugging it 2 or 3 times.
Hang on, I got to turn my microphone down, otherwise we're going to have an echo. Okay, you got your audio cranked up way loud.
Where can I? Is there any menu to adjust?
I'll fix it, huh?
Is there? Can I adjust it in house here?
Your sensitivity is turned all the way up. All these years and you still ain't figured out how to work that computer. All right. I got a phone. There it is.
You know, one of the funniest things is, up until like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I never knew about copy and paste. And when I found out about copy and paste, boy, it made life a lot easier.
Okay, there we go. We got power hooked up now. So let's see, power's hooked up. I can turn the camera on. That's my settings. Camera. Ta-da! Yes, I know it's the exact same clothes I was wearing yesterday, but I don't care. Okay, now let me send out some invites while I'm standing here. Let's see. I'll upset the animal lovers and invite PETA. Why won't it invite? It won't let me invite no more? Unable to invite public or extended circles. I wonder why they did that.
I didn't get an invite. I just went. It's open. It's on the website, on the Google Hangout website. It's got a picture. You know, on the far left, it's got a big picture of you, and then it says.
That's because you're in my acquaintances.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Everybody in your circle can get in, but I don't know about anybody not in your circle.
Well, they turned off that feature, so I can't invite anybody like that to this. I guess you have to invite, or whoever's watching it would have to do the invite. Let me see. All right.
David and Sarti invited people into the video call.
That's because you're on my list. I gotta kick you off. Here, hang on. Where? Maybe I can do it over here. Maybe I can do it from YouTube. Let's try it. Hey, there, Dutch. What time is it over there, Dutch?
Yeah, this is the first time you got a chat on the Christian time for me. It's half past 8.
In the morning?
No, in the evening.
Oh, okay.
How do I select my other cam?
I'm just hitting the share button right now. Sharing. Eh.
It's half past 8 now.
Okay. Yeah, it's letting me share it on YouTube, but not through the thing right here. So now I'm going to add it, all the animal lovers listed on Google Plus. I'm going to share this. So they'll be upset when I put weapons and guns on a horse.
What you doing, man?
Let's see, animal lovers. Here they are. Share.
But you don't have no guns, right?
No, the horse does. Horse owns.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. And let's see. Google doesn't let me share it with multiple groups. I have to go back one at a time. Sucks.
Yeah, you ought to be able to open it. I mean, can you open it up to the public and just let anybody in, or you don't want to do that?
I'm not talking about the video part. I'm talking about the never mind. It's above your pay grade.
Alrighty.
Your microphone is still way hot.
Alright, let me turn it down.
You have to go into audio settings and find your microphone. Anyway.
So, how come y'all spending your Christmas day on Google Plus?
Well, because I ain't got nothing better to do.
Oh.
I mean, nobody wants to spend Christmas with me except my horse, so I'm gonna go get her.
I guess that'd be in the control panel.
In your audio settings.
In the control panel.
I don't know where it is on your computer.
I got my little mixer here, the bottom right.
Well, turn your volume down.
Speakers, applications, system sounds, and it's not showing in here. Hangouts plug-in. What's that? How about that? Oh, yeah, that might work. Alright, testing. Is that better? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, but is it turned down?
No, it's the same. It sounds alright to me though, but I don't know. Anybody there?
Alright, I'm back. Had a neighbor stop by.
Welcome back.
Alright. Well, this
Where did
little
David go?
he's out doing his thing. Well, when I click on the volume mixer, it's got speakers, system sounds, Internet Explorer, and Hangouts plugins. So I guess I want to go in control panel
Um,
to adjust the mic volume.
I have no idea.
Let me see here. Man, if you can avoid Windows 8, let me tell you, I hate Windows 8 is a mess.
Yeah, I prefer Windows 7.
Okay, here we
Windows
go.
8, Windows 8 is the greatest thing ever.
No, it's not.
That's what they said.
It's total shit.
You don't think Microsoft would lie to us, do you?
It's just a dumbed down version.
Mouse, keyboard, phone and modem. Come on. Speak recognition. I don't even see nothing in that. What would it be in the control panel?
It'd be called microphone.
It's not. I'm not seeing my phone. It might be under something else. Okay. Speech recognition. It shows the microphone, but that ain't it. Sound. Let's try sound. Speakers. Recording. Here we go. Microphone. Okay. I clicked on the microphone. Configure.
Boy, my picture's awful dark today. I wonder why the camera's not sitting focusing right.
Set up microphone. No, this is speech recognition.
Okay, here, I'll shut you down a little bit further on my end. Say something.
Say something.
Right.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
I turned you down a bit.
I'm looking. Okay, here we go. Wait a minute. Windows can automatically adjust the volume of different sounds when you're using your PC. No. It's not under sounds. Remote. No. Phone modem. Power options. Maybe under audio manager. Let's try that. Here we go. Microphone. It's under Realtek HD Audio Manager.
No kidding.
Okay. Noise suppression. Okay, recording volume.
Did you turn the noise suppression on?
It was on. No, wait a minute. I guess it wasn't. I don't know.
That's right, Cleo. My thoughts exactly.
I agree. Yeah.
Well, somebody's out here shooting on Christmas Day. They must have got a rifle for Christmas.
Shooting at Santa.
No, it's coming from the other side of the interstate. Sounds like an AR. Somebody got him an AR for Christmas. All right. Anyway, now that Cleo, entertain everybody here. Over here. Don't eat on the dirt. There's hay right there. That's $10 a bale hay, and you're sitting there picking through the dirt. She doesn't much like that border collie. That's all right. Maybe I'll turn it around here, and you can watch her kick the dog live.
I'll be right back. I gotta run to the store real quick.
All right, come back when you can't stay so long.
It's so sunny out there. It's so cold down here.
Hey, it's not warm here.
No?
No. Don't let the sunshine fool you.
Well, it's still better than what we got over here. It's all gray and stuff.
Yeah. Why do I always come up with these good ideas on Christmas when you can't get hold of anybody? Or a weekend, man. I've developed a weapon system that can infiltrate any government.
How?
I can't tell you how. This is live.
I thought that's what the chat's about.
Well, no, the chat.
I thought you was gonna share your secrets, man.
No, it wouldn't be a secret then.
Is there a gun inside the horse's butt?
A gun on the side of the horse's what?
Butt?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
No, I'm going to run into the house here and get some Christmas cheer for her and figure out how to put Molly on the horse. I'll be right back.
Okay. Hush, you're already taking down your tree. Christmas ain't even over yet.
Anybody there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, it got dark. Here you go, play all over this for me. There you go. There's your weapon system. There you go, see that? You put an ankle holster on you. Oh, you playing it too. There we go. How's that?
What you put on there?
She's got an ankle holster on her leg there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can she draw?
Yeah, she's carrying a Glock.
Can she draw it?
Now rocking a Glock. Let's see. The bulletproof vest would go better up under her neck if I could figure something. She's looking at me like, what are you doing now? Well, I think I'll go eat some more grass. Okay, that fell out. No wonder it was. There, you don't like that? You're going to go over here and hunt some more feed and say, I don't care.
I don't think she cares at all.
Here, maybe you like some different tape. How about some new fresh tape? You want that? I think that's going to fall down. It's not tight enough. Maybe I'll take this piece off of it.
So you got a wagon yet, David?
No. That's on my list of things to get. Actually, I'd like to just get the wheel and the gears part,
Yeah.
and build a top for it out of aluminum, something real lightweight.
Yeah, you could do that.
Put a twin size bed in it, or twin size mattress, and have at least 2 foot to stand up in, you know, where you can stand up and get dressed. Kind of like a truck sleeper. Maybe if I could find a Peterbilt truck that's been totaled out and wrecked or something, you know, that would be ideal, just to take the sleeper off of it.
Yeah.
And mount it on the carriage.
That would work.
There, how's that? Got better? Let's see, where should we put the big old knife at here? No knife? Put that on your holster, on your halter there? Mm. Now, yesterday I hooked her up to this little cart right here because it's made to be pulled by an ATV. So I hooked it up backwards.
Yeah.
And just let her drag it around. So I've got the harness sized. I bought. Where'd my picture go? Oh, there it is. There. All right, so I bought the harness so dirt cheap. I mean, this is one of them no leather, so it's like what do you call that fake leather? Vinyl and nylon. Made in India.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, it says made in Indonesia. But, you know, there's no sense buying her a good harness until she's full grown and you know what size she's going to wear. But for pulling something small, like me, I mean, she can pull this little thing here. Let me see if I can get a picture of it. That little thing right there with a cinder block on it. I mean, she yanked that around, didn't even know it was back there. Yeah, there you go. And make sure that all the animal people see that she's rocking a Glock, a horse with a Glock.
I want to see her shoot it.
Yeah, I want to see that too.
If only she had fingers.
Yeah, if she shoots it, I'll be a very rich person.
That's for sure.
Yeah, Paul Miller. Goldie is out in the field. She's too. She would not allow all this nonsense. I mean, Goldie doesn't like you to throw stuff all over her that she's never seen before.
She's a scared one, huh?
Yeah, she's a scared one.
This one don't care about anything.
She would be doing this with her paw if that Glock was sitting on it.
This one doesn't care about anything.
Well, she does. I mean, she pays attention to everything.
Yeah, okay, but she doesn't mind.
Yeah, as long
as
I'm here, she doesn't. I guess she sees me as her protector. So,
yeah.
as long as I don't get upset about it, she don't get upset about it. So yeah, she's eating. Go to sleep over there. I don't know why animals like me. I mean, I figure they would think I was going to eat them or something, you know.
Why?
I don't know, because I'm so big. I look like a bear, you know. Come after them. I figure that's why the honeybees don't like me, because I, you know, go out there and look like a big old bear coming to rob the hive. And I have robbed the hive, so they probably get upset about that.
Oh yeah, if you're hungry, you gotta do what you gotta do.
She's always hungry. That's what they're like. I mean, that's all they do if they're in the field. Is they just sit around and walk around and eat all day long. It's like a cow. It's like the goat. Well, the goats, you know, and the horses, they'll stop every now and then, roll around, whatever. But most of the time, if they're in a herd, there'll be one horse that's always with his head up looking around, and while the rest are down eating. They always have a lookout. You'll see a lot of birds, crows, or anybody's got any crows,
Yeah.
if you watch them, where there's a bunch of them on the ground, there'll always be one or two up in the tree.
Yeah, I saw you shoot them down in
Yeah.
one of your pits.
Yeah, they're lookouts, you know. Shoot the lookouts, and then everybody else scatters.
Did you get a lot of shit about that pit from the animal people?
Well, that was a long time ago where I walked out.
Yeah.
walked out the door with there's a whole bunch of starlings in the tree.
Hey,
Woo!
Hoss.
Boss showed up.
How's it going?
I figured you'd be covered up with grandchildren today.
Nah, they all at their other grandparents today.
To be there tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I took them. They all came over they came over yesterday morning for breakfast, and we opened all of our presents. And then we left and went to my mom and dad's last night and done it there. And this morning they opened gifts at their house, and then I think all of them around 1 o'clock was going to their in-laws. So they'll be gone. Probably won't see them until tomorrow.
I think it's going to warm up a little bit this week. The wind has changed direction. It's coming instead of coming out of the north, it's coming out of the west right now.
Yeah.
So,
Be nice if it will. It got cold last night.
Oh, it's freezing down here, man.
what do you call cold over there in where you're at, Dutch?
It's about 3 degrees Celsius.
Oh, it's warm.
Yeah.
You're having the same temperature we're having here.
Yeah. Yeah.
How is that warm? It's almost freezing. It's gonna be freezing tonight.
Well, you got to remember, 3 degrees Celsius is above 32 degrees Fahrenheit. So yesterday it was 38 degrees, and I was out here doing this right here.
Yeah, I know, and you were in that wind. I don't see how you didn't freeze to death.
No, actually, I'm on the south side of the house, so there's no wind to block.
Okay, I was getting ready to say, I went outside a couple of times yesterday, and even though it was not that cold, that wind was just cutting. Yeah, it's going to get down to 25 Fahrenheit here tonight.
It got down to 19 here last night, but you got to remember, I'm wearing a sweatshirt, a pair of thermal underwear, and a long sleeve T-shirt underneath of this, so I'm not exactly sitting out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got this is a wool hat, and so
Yeah.
people don't realize that a wool cowboy hat does keep your head fairly warm.
Yeah, well, it's saying it's 40 degrees here right now. I'm going to get up to 43, so that's not too bad.
I know what she's missing to finish out her terrorist list. The shamag. I got to get the horse the shamag to wear.
You should have put flat black paint all over her. Made her like a black gun.
All the white stuff I'll do OD green.
There you go. There you go.
Let me go get her a shamag. Yeah, so she'll. I'm going to get her the same shamag they used in the courtroom against me. You know, where I wore in the videos, telling everybody to use a keyboard for the next revolution. Yeah, I'm going to go get that shamag, and the horse will wear it, and then the government will say I have a terrorist horse because yeah. I don't know how you would tie one on a horse. Besides, my coffee's probably ready by now anyway.
Did you ever find your rabbit, Carlo?
Yeah, he was hiding behind the couch.
Oh, I didn't know if he was inside or outside. I was like,
No, he's inside. It's dark outside.
Yeah. That's what I was wondering. I was like, man, I hope he didn't leave it. And, something happened to it. How long did you say you had that rabbit now?
About 7 years now.
7 years. That's a long time.
Yep. Yeah, he's getting old now.
Yeah, that's like my little puppy dog sitting there. He's probably 16, 17 years old, somewhere right in there. When they start getting that old, it ain't much longer till they,
No.
Probably another, hopefully another 3 or 4 years, but.
Yeah, I'm hoping my rabbit will have like 3 years or 4 years now. Yeah. That would be nice.
Yeah. Well, it's just, when you get so used to them being around and their little personalities, it's hard to think about them being gone, but.
Yeah, the older he gets, the sweeter he gets.
Yeah.
He ain't that dangerous no more.
Yeah, well, my little dog, he's got glaucoma in his eyes, and he's getting to where he can't see as good and he don't hear as good, and you got to make sure that you watch out for him, and a lot of times he can't see to like go up steps, or like a lot of steps anymore. As long as he's just going up 2 or 3 steps, he's fine. But when he has to go up like 14 or 15 steps, you just pretty much have to carry him, because he can't figure it, he can't see the steps to do it,
Yeah.
Where he's been like right here beside me. He sits in that chair right there beside me, and he's got a little set of doggy steps right there. He knows how to get at those because he's been jumping up in them for years,
Mm-hmm.
But like going upstairs here at the house, I have wood steps, and he'll put his paw up on the first step, and that's about it.
Yeah.
He can't
You
do
should
it.
you should see a rabbit going upstairs. It looks so funny.
They just kind of hop up them.
Yeah, really weird. A jump like from how you call it? One thing.
Yeah, the
One step at a time. They just jump
yeah.
really fast.
Yeah, that's my dog usually when he goes up. Well, when he used to go up them, he would take and just fly up them. 1 foot on each step and just go up them. But then when he came down, he would take his 2 front paws and put on a step and drop his back legs off. Put his front paws down again, back legs off.
Mm-hmm.
I guess because he was scared about falling all the way down. So he would he'd get the last 3 steps and then he would just like run off of them.
You still horse? I'm trying to tie this on.
Yeah, it's you get used to them. There ain't no doubt about that. He's the first dog I ever let come in the house, Other than,
Back there we have the Taliban horse. Right? All right. This would be better if I had an AK-47.
you were to go out and get you one of those little airsoft replicas of the AR-15.
Well, I got one, but I figured she would look better though with the AK, being that she's got the Shemagh
Well, yeah.
Taliban headgear on.
Turn the camera just a little bit. We can't almost see it. Okay, there you go.
I'd have to zoom in a little bit. Let me see if I can get the zoom to work.
She looks like a camel now.
Where's my controls? Controls. Okay.
From here, it almost looks like she's got a straw hat on.
Oh, wait a minute. There it is. Webcam controller. Oh, come on. Okay, zoom. There you go. That's her headgear.
You should put a flower in there.
Yeah, well, I need a bigger one if I'm going to make one for a horse. That human-sized one just doesn't cut it. But that's what I'm saying. A lot of horses would not let you do what I just did.
Well, like you say, the more the animal trusts you, the more they'll let you do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's amazing to what I can do beside that little bitty dog beside me. Like I say, I can take him out to my shop and do all kind of stuff, and he won't bat an eye. He'll lay there and sleep. Other dogs would, just take off running. And it didn't take me long. To earn his trust.
Yeah, well, see, you got to remember, dogs are predators. These are prey animals.
Yeah.
If a dog makes a mistake in the wild, it misses a meal.
Yeah.
If a horse makes a mistake, it loses its life.
They ain't prey animals, though.
What?
They ain't exactly prey animals.
Yeah, they're prey animals, like a rabbit. Rabbits are
Yeah,
prey.
no, rabbits are prey animal, but horses and stuff, they defend themselves and they're hurt.
Yeah, no, that a
Yeah.
prey means that they don't go out and kill anything to eat it.
Yeah.
They are food for other. Where they originated from in Africa and over in that continent, their natural prey was lions and tigers and all like that. That's
Yeah.
why when they brought the horses to the Americas, here in the United States, all those Mustang herds, there are no natural predators. Bears.
Yeah, they
bears
don't have no natural predators.
we have a few mountain lions and a few like that, but you know, when
Yeah.
when the horses are in a herd, they have no natural enemies.
No.
Only a low a horse is out by itself might get attacked by a pack of wolves or something like that.
The only thing that you may have is a grizzly.
No, a grizzly won't attack a horse.
I don't.
They're just like
I know they'll take down cows and stuff. They'll take down cows in big herds.
If they'll take down a cow, there's something wrong with that grizzly.
Well, most time they starve them to death. I mean,
Because grizzlies are omnivores. 80% of their diet is vegetable. You know, they'll eat fish and.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that all of them would do it, but I mean, it's just like when you have a man killer, you know, grizzly. I mean, once they get the taste for it, you know, they'll hunt. You know, they'll hunt men.
Yeah, I think the horse actually likes her hat. She hasn't made the first bit to shake her head and shake it off or nothing.
Dave,
What?
someone is asking if you got an AR-15 for sale, that one you used on the show.
I didn't have an AR-15 in the show. In the show, I had a M1A. And yes, everything's for sale.
The only time you ever, you had an AR in your.
This horse is for sale.
Well, one time when you went down there
Can
to
I buy a hat?
Yeah, you can buy my hat. Everything's for sale. I'll tell you my overall. It depends on how much money you've got.
Those don't fit me, man.
What about your soul?
That you can't sell your soul.
Nope, it's not your own.
It's not yours. It's God's. All souls belong to God.
I've got a plastic AR-15 lower. You know, one of those. It's not plastic. It's called composite.
Yeah, with the fiberglass
All your guns are
reinforcement.
plastic, right?
I tell you what, I would swap that M1A and all the magazines and everything for that 1-ton wagon gear and about $2,000 to build the rest of the carriage.
$2,000.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the gear's about $2,000, and the carriage. If I get it built at the welding shop, I got a welding school here in town that can do aluminum. So I want to build the frame, you know, the part that bears the weight, out of tubular aluminum, and then I can make the sides real lightweight. In other words, I want to make the whole top of the carriage weigh only a couple 100 pounds.
I'm going to try to do a Google share here in a minute. Y'all tell me if y'all can see it. I was going to show you how I joined the chat.
Share. I was fixing to say you can't log into two different ones.
I just joined from Google Plus.
Yeah, that's the way I did it.
Yeah, that's a green button.
Let's see, Google. I don't see, it's not showing the other screen behind that one. It's only showing the one screen. Well, it won't let me do it.
Can.
Yeah, it won't let me. It won't let me show it. Let me see if I can bring it up down here. Now I'll bring this one up. Okay, let's see if it'll let me do it here.
Yeah, I
Okay.
didn't change direction today. I think I'm going to go on a windbreaker today.
Can you see my thing now, Carlos?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, yeah,
Right there is where I go, where it just says Hangout on there, and it just
yeah.
says
Join
Join
that.
Hangout. Is that the way you done it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can join right over here too, right there on that camera. But
I didn't know
you
that.
know, but I just used the other one there. It was easier.
No, I've never seen that little black box there before that you just showed.
Let me go back and I'll see which.
Yeah, I've never seen that before. That must be something new.
Probably
I'll have
because
to-
you're the one hosting.
Yeah, I've seen the little green box, the little green cameras, but I've never seen the.
Let me take. No, I'll pull it back up right quick and see if it's this box, the one. You talking about this little box right here, this Sarti?
That black box. I've never seen that before.
That one was green before I clicked it right here.
No. The whole
Yeah.
thing, the whole outside was green.
No,
No.
just where it says
No,
join
I'm
hangout.
talking about the whole area. I'm talking
Oh,
about.
you talking about this
Oh,
whole
okay.
thing here?
Yeah, I've never seen that before. I've seen the little green cameras over to the right and everything before.
Yeah.
I've never seen the black box.
Yeah. Well, I usually try to take like my Google Plus thing here. It's got all kind of. Well, that was yesterday. Well, no.
Hey, who's
Yeah.
who's that? What is that? Pornography down there?
Where's that?
The
What?
blonde girl sitting on the couch?
No, that's
No, man.
That's
Bunny Hunter.
Yeah. I was
Bunny
trying to
Hunter.
think.
Oh yeah, she likes. She uses her feminine wiles to gain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see if I can. I don't know if it'll tell me how many subscribers she got. So if I put mine. Nah, well, no, it just tells me stuff about the Google Plus stuff.
Paul, you're muted. Let me unmute you there. I think I can do it. I guess not.
Oh, let me go back to the Hangout, and I'm gonna get rid of that window. Okay, well that's how that's get to the Hangouts. So if anybody was wondering, that's what if I don't know, maybe it's because I'm in your circle, I can just go in there and boom and get go straight in.
Yeah,
but,
I think that's why.
Yeah, I mean, and like I say, I mean, once you get into a hangout with David, he can put you in his circle, just by you being in, Who in, oh, is that yours, David?
Shouldn't be. I've only got this little window running.
Yeah, that's all I've got running. But, it's easy enough to do it that way. I like it better that way than you having to every time PM and all. I mean, I don't mind the PMs, but it's just so much easier to do it this way. Yeah, it was cold up over my garage, so I just decided I'd do it down here. My wife's in there. She's got the door closed, so she's watching another TV in there. So I just figured I'd come in here and.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish my coffee. I'm gonna go in there and get me a windbreaker put over my back because the wind's blowing the other direction today. It's blowing right down my shirt.
Yeah, I tell you, that wind, I don't mind it being a little bit cold. I mean, I can handle it down to, even down to 20 degrees as long as the wind ain't blowing. But when you get the wind blowing,
Oh yeah,
it's
I'm on a motorcycle, man. You ought to be on a motorcycle on a day like today when it's got a 60-mile-an-hour wind blowing.
Yeah. I've rode my motorcycle, but I have like you say, like a windbreaker suit. The only thing is the gloves are so big that you have to wear for windbreakers with the insulated.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little rough, and I don't have a windshield on my motorcycle, so yeah. And then I've got a full face helmet, so.
Well,
yeah, I mean, I ride my motorcycle, and it don't bother me too bad as long as you got all your windbreaker stuff on.
After my first motorcycle that didn't have the windshield on it, my second one had a windshield.
Yeah, I'm thinking about just putting a little bitty small one on mine.
Audio.
I mean,
Yeah,
how's
we
it
hear you,
going, Any
man.
business?
How's it going?
How you doing?
I got the horse's Taliban headgear on. The
There you
Shimog,
go.
the Shimog isn't quite big enough for me to wrap all the way around.
She's doing just fine, isn't she?
Yeah, she hasn't even shook her head to take it off or nothing.
Got
Well, I'm gonna tell
her
you.
going with the cross draw there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if she draws that thing, you'll have a YouTube sensation.
Oh, we're all waiting on
She stands up on them hind legs and draws that pistol.
Well, it might, I can see it being possible, but it would be like you drawing a pistol with two fingers. That's all you can use is two fingers.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's all a horse's hoof is a finger.
Yeah.
That hoof is just like your finger, and that's their finger right there. So.
Yeah.
You put a brush guard on front of it.
I think she can sleep and eat at the same time.
I was going to say she's been eating since.
Her eyes are nearly closed, and she's sitting there just eating away.
You did get the right bell stuff, didn't you?
Yeah, that's the alfalfa hay right there.
That ain't.
Yeah, that didn't come from the experiment pile, did it?
That ain't the wacky weed pile.
No, that's not the smoke.
Might be just going to sleep. She may be enjoying it.
How much does marijuana sell for nowadays?
I have no idea.
What would a 50-pound bale of marijuana be worth? Anybody know what it is?
I don't know. I don't even know how much it would weigh, a bale. I don't even know how much it'd be for. How much does a bale weigh?
About 50 pounds.
Would it?
Yeah. So I wondered. That's why I'm saying. How much is an ounce of marijuana? Somebody out there is bound to smoke weed. Who knows how much an ounce of marijuana costs?
I have no idea.
Man, I think. Let me see. What?
All I remember is when I was young, a boy that I went to school with, he sold it, and he was always saying a dime bag and a nickel bag, and I was like, dang, that stuff's only a dime and a nickel. He said, no, that's $5 and $10. Oh, okay. I was like, man, that's cheap for a whole little bag.
But hey, when I was young, I was a country boy, and when we found out that the stuff grew around here, we didn't. It wasn't no dime bags, nickel bags. It was free bags.
Yeah.
I remember one time I was giving these two girls a ride in my pickup truck, and we got pulled over for not using the turn signal. I think the cop pulled us over because I had two blonde girls in the truck with me.
Yeah.
But anyway, and these girls are smarting off, and they're calling them pig and everything else, and I'm telling them, just shut up. Will you please shut up and leave us alone? And finally the cop told me to get out of there. And them girls said, well, why were you being so nice and sweet? I says, look what's you're sitting on top of in the back seat there. There was a duffel bag, a U.S. Army duffel bag of homegrown weed. I said, shut up. Those were the teenage days, though. Yeah, I mean,
I think it used to go for like.
Anybody buy marijuana? It's just a weed.
I think it used to go for like $1.25, an ounce, something like that.
Okay, at 125 an ounce, that would make it 1,600 a pound.
Probably something.
Well,
You probably get some kind of a discount.
Let's make the math easy. $1,000 a pound. So,
Yeah.
50. That'd be 50 pounds. That'd be $50,000 for a bale of marijuana. Well, I wish maybe I ought to get some of this alfalfa and see if it smokes. Start a new drink. Smokable hay. There's no doubt in my mind somebody's already tried it. I got a chicken trying to sneak up behind me. Look at that head back there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, just
chicken.
cover.
It's stalking you.
Attack chicken. Come here, Rex. Come here. Get up here. Come on. Ding dong. Hello. He's the same color as the horse, but the horse is smarter than you. That's pitiful. That's pitiful when the horse is smarter than the dog. I guess he's smart in his own way. He has learned to run when I get yell at him.
So do we get any kind of a hint on the new invention you came up with?
No. This is dastardly, man. This is something that would be it's so doable that it's a wonder that terrorists haven't started using it already.
So if we hear about it, it might be on the news just as a news flash alert.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. But I don't think our government deserves to have it because they would use it against their own people. I mean, because as a surveillance thing, it's like undetectable.
Huh.
Yep. Totally radar proof. No radar, nothing. And it's using off-the-shelf existing technology.
Hey,
All right, who's making the racket?
I think it's Rass.
maybe have.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
Rass. Rass, what are you doing?
I think you might have.
There, I'll take care of that. I wonder what Haas is doing. I could turn his camera back on and see what he...
You can?
Can you really?
Let's see. Okay, let's see. There he is. Turn the camera back on.
Do what? You can control. You can turn our cameras back on.
Yeah, well, if your camera's set up a certain way,
Okay.
I'll turn it back off now. Watch it. I can turn the microphone back on and off too.
Yeah. Oh, that's dastardly.
Yeah, like Haas said the other day. He said, "What if I'm sitting here wiping my butt or something?" You know?
Yeah, he got dressed just in time.
Yeah. I was going to tell. That's what I was getting ready to tell Carlos about that. Ain't that some crap? I mean, all of a sudden you think you're your camera's muted.
Yeah. But when I don't have it on, I always turn it on.
Yeah.
Just in case. I'm paranoid like that.
Well, I mean, you know, they.
I was unplugged mine.
Well, I mean, I understand when you sign up for this Google thing, you're saying, look, you know, I agree to be on air on somebody else's YouTube channel, but I mean, that's giving somebody the right to turn your camera on and off, you know?
Well, that just goes to show you that if we can do this in a Google chat,
Oh, yeah.
don't you think
Yeah.
that Microsoft and all them have back doors into your computer that they can do whatever they want?
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah, anybody can do
I
that.
tried to tell everybody
Yeah.
to use encryption and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
I've
like you
got files
usually.
on my computer. I got files on my computer encrypted just in case the police was to take my computer that I don't even know the password to. I just made up a big long bunch of stuff just to aggravate them.
I don't have it on my computer. I got it all on a separate drive, portable drive.
Yeah, well, I just put it on there. It's kind of like an empty safe in the house.
Yeah. I mean, you can take my computer. It's fine. Ain't nothing on there.
No, I mean, it's like a gun safe. You put an empty gun safe full of lead or just full of reloading supplies, and you bolt it, just barely bolt it to the wall by the door. So when the thief breaks in, they steal that safe.
Mm-hmm.
And you read about it in the news when they use a torch to cut it open.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't understand why there's a 2-mile crater. Some kind of an explosion, we believe. Yeah, I'm like you. When you put that on your computer, and then they spend, you know, $500 to $1,000 to try and get somebody to encrypt it, de-encrypt it, or what.
Yeah, and then they find out all it is a picture of me sitting there in my underwear.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait till the holiday's over with. I think I'm gonna call the IDF and offer them this new technology. I think it would go good for Israel. I mean, they're always under attack anyway. And if Israel doesn't want it, I'll sell it to China.
Have any of y'all seen where they're saying that we supposedly went out and tried to get the emails to the Prime Minister of Israel here a while back?
Oh, that wasn't just Israel. It was it was England.
Yeah.
It was all. Yeah, that's the job of our intelligence service, to spy on foreign governments. So it's not a surprise. That's their job.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, that old boy that had all them files and it's letting all this stuff loose, boy. They've got them on the run, don't he?
Let me say something different now. It is not our government's job to spy on our own citizens.
Yeah, exactly.
Their job is to spy on foreign citizens. Now, if the Russians are spying on me and stuff like that, I would expect that.
Well,
their job. But it's not our government's job to spy on our own people.
I love how they always come up. Well, we only spy on you if you're talking to someone out of the country. Really?
Oh well, I know they're listening to us because we're talking to Dutch about it.
Yeah, you're talking to me.
Maybe the Dutch government would like to purchase this new system.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm interested.
Well, you could build it. You could definitely build it. It's just a marriage of several different types of technology. Put it together, and it's like, oh well. And then I know it works because I've used it before for.
But it requires a horse, right?
No.
Oh. Does it require a chicken?
It could. I guess you could.
I'm getting close, I think. I think it's some kind of chicken cam. Some kind of chicken cam.
No, not a
Chicken
well, cameras are in the technology. I mean, yeah, for surveillance purposes, it could be used.
I saw a cool video the other
It's
day.
the control. It's the control mechanism that is that I've used before, and it works. And all you have to do is hook the controls up to like things like GPS and stuff like that, and you've got a guided missile, basically. Uh-oh. It got quiet. Everybody's thinking.
Yeah, you got us all thinking now.
All right, audio check.
I don't know where's oh, there we go.
We get audio check. Can anybody hear me?
Now, I called up DARPA once before, right after 9/11, and gave them an idea, and they actually developed it, and I swear up and down it was their idea. So I ain't never going to call them up again. They don't give no credit. They don't even give a thank you. That was when they were talking about 9/11. They were talking about putting out all these soldiers and stuff to watch these water treatment plants and everything. They were putting out all the, X amount of people. I said, why not just put one person with a sniper rifle out? That's all you need. It doesn't take a whole bunch of people. Just one guy with a varmint rifle can watch a whole water plant.
Get him up tall enough, high enough.
Rast, you're gonna have to turn off your other chat because we can hear it echoing. Rast, you have to turn off your other chat. Here, I'll just mute his ass. Wait a minute, he's gone, isn't he?
Yeah, he's gone now.
Who's echoing? Audio. Okay, the echo's gone now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't listen to the audio on YouTube and hear it at the same time. I'm being attacked by more chickens.
I think that Paul's got his video on too.
They just see us pray, man.
Do you have earphones, Paul? Because if you don't have earphones, it won't.
Attack of the chickens.
Predator chickens.
Actually, a chicken is quite a predator.
For worms, yeah.
Bugs, worms, mice.
Oh yeah.
Smaller than them, they'll chase it down.
Baby snakes.
Yes. They'll, like you say, they'll chase down anything that's smaller than them. They'll go at it.
Yeah, well, they're doing their job, walking around here pecking at bugs and anything else. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Watch, see if I can make him crow. Sometimes if I do that, he'll crow back. Paul, are you listening to us on YouTube? Yes, that's Paul doing it.
I think he ain't got no headphones on.
Well, he's not saying anything, and he's just sitting there in the dark. I'll turn his volume down.
All right.
I'll get my ducks. About the only thing that I can get to do that is my ducks. I'll walk up there and I'll go quack, 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 and they'll start just to quacking.
Well, I got occasionally when the roosters are in a mood, I'll sit there and go, and they'll crow back at me.
All right. Stupid microphone.
Still.
Well, Paul, you're not saying anything anyway, so I'm going to mute you. Well, Paul, you're not saying anything anyway.
He's gone.
Yeah, why do you come into a chat and just sit there and not say nothing?
You got me. But yeah, my rooster, one of them I used to have, I could do that, and he would crow back. The one I've got up there now, at about
there he goes.
About 5 o'clock in the morning, he takes off.
But rooster, if I catch him, I could do a chicken choking again live. No.
He's watching over, isn't he?
Yeah, he's watching. He's looking.
He's plotting your demise.
There he went. Here, I got to go get me a windbreaker. Y'all carry on.
Yeah, I just actually hatched out. I hatched out 15 Rhode Island Reds, probably close to 7 weeks ago.
I better mute the microphone.
Probably 7 or 8 weeks ago, and it looks like I'm going to have about 4 roosters out of the bunch of them. I can't tell on the other ones yet, but looks like I'm going to have about 4 roosters, so
You're going to have
I'll have to give us some of them.
Was that long ago? I asked you about that.
Yeah, it's a while back.
Was it 2 months ago?
Now, yeah, well, you know, I had hatched out some for my son, so I've had like 3 different times I've had eggs in there hatching them out. So I didn't put it on YouTube because I know it gets kind of old of saying, well, I'm hatching another, thing of eggs out. But I hatched my son 10 chickens, and I don't know how many of them will be roosters. It's hard to tell the breed that I've got. Looking at their feathers, you can usually tell pretty close. But, we got some people that's wanting to buy roosters, and they're wanting to eat them. So we're just going to raise them and then sell them, I told my son, if he wanted to raise his, and the guy's giving us, $10 a piece for them. So
that is worth your time.
Not too bad. I mean, you put a little bit of feed into them, but then you get to choose the best rooster out of them all, to keep. So if you want to, well, see, what we're trying to do is get different breed. Well, what I've done is I've got eggs from 3 different people, and one of them's my chickens that I hatched out, and the other 2 were other people's chicken. We're trying to get it to where we can get some roosters that are, instead of having all, them all being in one family, get some outside roosters coming in so that we can hatch more out later, because I can sell this coming spring, I'll be able to sell the hatch, for about $3 a piece. And if I can put, 30 of them in there, I can make some money and put very little money out. So So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. But I sold 25 chickens last year. So, and as long as I sell them with just up there now and all of them that's up there now, I'm fine.
$10 a piece.
Some of them are wanting, some of them are wanting roosters to go along with them. Well, like I told them, I've got to raise them, a little while and make sure they're roosters, because if I go give you one and then it don't turn out to be a rooster, then then we got to, you still got to come back to me. So I said, just let me hatch them out, raise a few of them, and I've got 4 people that's wanting roosters right now, so I'll be able to pretty much get rid of all of my roosters, except for, well, like I say, I've got 2 bunches. I give Justin, my son-in-law, one, and then he's going to give me one of his roosters back, because it's 2 different families. And then I can take, and I've got to get one of my roosters that I have up here that I just hatched out, about 7 weeks ago or 8, something like that. And I've got to sell them to a couple of people that I've gave chickens to, because if I give them a rooster out of my sons, then that'll be a son with the mama chicken, or one of the mama chickens. I mean, it's a random play. If you hatch out,
Right.
If you got 10 chickens laying and, you take one egg and it gets fertilized by that, and then you hatch it out and you sell it. So you have to, it's odd playing, But now if I got 2 chickens and they're the only ones laying, and I get all the eggs that I'm going to hatch from those 2 chickens, the likelihood of it being, brother, sister, or, daddy, daughter, the odds get playing, not in your favor. So I figured I'd bring some, my wife went and bought some eggs from a lady and bring some new blood. And plus I want to go, with all of my chickens, I want to raise them and go all Rhode Island Reds. I want to try to get to where Justin and my son and me all have Rhode Island Reds, because the Sarti was talking about they're a good eating bird and a good laying bird. So
Got a good,
my son was
strong strain growing.
Yeah, he was wanting to
good
get some
family line.
leghorns. Yeah, he was wanting to get leghorns.
Are they real?
later
Are they
on,
real tall? Are they?
I
are
don't
they
know.
taller?
I've looked down them on the computer, but I've looked at so many birds, I don't remember what they look like.
Yeah, it
they're
all
supposed to
depends
be,
on how people take the picture too. I mean, you can't really tell sometimes,
They're supposed to be a breed that'll lay like 315 eggs a year.
Okay.
Whether it's sunny or not, they're supposed to lay. I don't know much about them. He was just telling me about them, and I was thinking about something good to eat and something good to lay eggs, because let's say if it does hit the fan, I want to be able to where we all 3 have different roosters, so that we can, that we can take one hen and isolate her and get all her eggs, and hatch those, and then I can take those and put them up here, and then my rooster can go with them, and we can keep them separated, keep them all separated out, so we can go.
Not be inbreeding.
We can.
At all.
Yeah, exactly. And then that way we can actually, if we have to, we could actually get a huge flock, and still not be,
Right.
no inbreeding, So that's what I was wanting to do. I mean, if it does hit the fan, if we all 3 have different roosters, and the hens are all different hens from different, so then you get, because the lady that I got the one thing eggs from, she couldn't say for sure that the girls were all from different hens, They were all the same rooster, fertilized them all. But she said with the amount of chickens that she has a day, with them laying every day, she can gather them up, and she can get 2 dozen a day. So she said, I know that it's, that should be only 1 egg from each hen there. So you've got 12 hens that are different, different hens, that are not mother and, daughter. But she said she keeps her flock that way. And I told me and Justin was talking the other day, we needed to get some of those little tags to go around their legs and start doing different colors and stuff. And
That'd be cool.
And keeping the numbers.
And label the eggs too when they lay and stuff. That'd be cool.
Well, we're going to have to do it because it's getting to the point that they're getting to be so things that we can't keep up with which one's which,
Right.
And the way I have my pen up there set up, I can take one hen, go in there and catch her and put her on that one side, let her lay, 10 eggs, and then get them all up and then hatch them, and then I know that's all her offspring, And then I can put tags on their legs saying that that's their mama, So I don't pick a rooster out of those roosters to go, What was that, sunflower seeds?
Yeah, David Sunflower.
He's really a rich tycoon.
Yeah, I'm a sunflower tycoon. That hen that was sitting behind me, I found out.
Yeah,
I found out what she was doing back there. She was laying eggs. She'd made a nest.
That's cool.
So I went and stole all her eggs.
You know, that's the only thing. That's the only thing about free ranging like that. They'll just go out and find Easter egg hunt every day. You know.
Well, not
Go
really.
find out where there's a new nest at.
That hen that I just found, she's one of the ones that's like 3 years old.
Well,
My phone's ringing.
yeah, well, when I had mine, I put some of mine out. I was letting them go out every now and then, and I come to find out, my little granddaughter was like, "I found the Easter egg. I found the Easter egg." And I go look, and chicken's got a little spot up in the bushes there, and every time we'd let them out, she'd go lay an egg there. So yeah, most of the time I keep mine put up. We have so many hawks around here that I can't, you know, if I leave them out and I come back inside for something, you know, a hawk, they're gonna swoop down and get one.
Well, that's what Rex
It's
does.
just,
Rex is constantly running around getting into stuff, so he keeps everything run off.
Swoop down and get an egg or get a chicken?
You get a chicken.
What?
You think you're the only one that likes to eat chicken?
Do you think I mean, will they steal eggs too if they find them?
Other birds will, like crows.
Yeah, yeah.
I tell you.
Well, you take raccoons and stuff. I mean, that's the only bad thing. If you leave eggs laying around, raccoons starts coming around. They start finding eggs, then they're going to look for the chicken. So, I mean, it's kind of one of those things. I just keep mine put up. They're in a pretty good size pen, and I mean, I have to feed them, but if the crap hit in, I mean, I could let them out and, you know, stay out there with them the whole time they were eating. Let mine out, you know, during the summertime. I mean, I go up there a lot of times and leave them out for 2 or 3 hours at a time, you know.
Cleo, did you poop while I was in the house? She must have pooped. The first bottle of poo out there. You still don't suck that hat thing off.
Yeah, I was the one. Yeah, I seen your little rabbit earlier eating that tree. I thought it was a real tree you had sitting there until you said it was fake.
Oh my?
Yeah, I thought your little rabbit was eating the pine needles off. You said it's fake, and I was
Yeah,
like,
it's a fake tree.
Seriously, I don't know if we've ever had a real tree.
No?
It's just too much trouble, and you got to worry about fires, and especially in the old days when you had the old big light bulbs, you know.
Yeah,
on
well,
it, and,
we don't use candles no more, huh?
yeah, but you know what I'm saying? That used to be that my mom and them, they would put up a real tree, and they would use the big bulbs, you know, the big incandescent bulbs, and you had to keep the tree watered good. If you didn't, you know, that thing dry out quick. And so I just, when we come along, we just never did. We just kept fake trees.
Yeah.
You know the snow can get like and do a window. Like if you got a window front, you can take that snow and spray on the window.
Yeah.
We would get that and spray it on our tree, so that
I haven't
the
set up
tree, you know, before we put all the ornaments on it.
I don't use this stuff because it sucks cleaning windows.
Yeah. Well, we just spray it on the tree, or my mom used to spray it on hers. The tree that we have kind of looks like it's just made like that. So, but we used to take that snow and spray all over it, and then put all the ornaments on it, you know.
Yeah.
So it'll look like a tree that was just out in fresh snow, you know. I just, you know, my wife, she still puts one up for the grandkids, you know.
Yeah.
But once they get a little bit older, our tree days will probably be over.
I pull one up every year though.
Yes. Well, she's got
What happened to the dude on the
desktop she
couch?
puts up.
What?
We fired him. David said, "You're fired."
He didn't like being muted.
Now the Paul guy. Well, yeah, he evidently he didn't have headphones on.
I mean, he just sat there and he wouldn't say nothing. We talked to him, and I know he could hear us, and he just wouldn't say nothing.
Well, he would do like this, you know. I mean, he seems like a pretty good old boy. He just evidently, I don't know if he just.
I just asked him, you know, why are you in a chat if you're not going to chat?
Maybe he's a hater.
Probably.
I wonder where none of your business went.
I don't know.
Where did none of your business go?
I don't know. Let me see if I can turn this camera on.
What, is that what y'all did to me when I was in there?
Yeah.
Turn my camera on. All you got to see is my back doors. All you got to see is that view right there.
No,
I didn't set it on my. Well, I just set it on. I set it on the couch. I set the couch right there.
Looked like you was on the phone talking to somebody.
No, I wouldn't know why. She was in there watching TV in the bedroom, and I went in there and told her that Robert had got on, and that Dutch was on.
I wonder if horses like sunflower seeds.
Probably.
Come here, Cleo.
Yeah, I would say so.
You're
She probably really liked that salt if you got the salted kind. Yeah, none of your business had to go use the bathroom, so you just went all the way off. David couldn't cut his camera on.
You like sunflower seeds?
Is those salted?
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know. She's tasting them. I don't know if she really.
Hey, be careful. You got a dog.
You don't have to give your dog some. He's like, give me some of them sunflower seeds.
You want a sunflower seed? Here. I even took it and spit it out.
He's full.
If anybody wants to see Goldie, and I had a question. Why do horses lay down? There she is out there laying. Yeah, she's out there laying down. I had somebody in the room yesterday saying, well, horses don't lay down because it hurts them. I said, yeah, she looks like she's hurt over there asleep.
They do lay down.
Lay down all the time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it's like cows. I mean, if you go by a field, sometimes you'll see all the cows just sitting there, you know,
Cows lay down.
Laying down, yeah.
Well, cows generally chew their cud.
Yeah.
Horses don't have 3 stomachs.
Well, I mean, I see where horses a lot of times won't lay completely all the way on their sides, where they'll kind of set up and lay down kind of a little bit, but I have seen them just laying on their sides with their legs kicked out and just sleeping.
Just chilling.
Mm-hmm.
No, Rex. Leave the horse alone.
Welcome back.
I told him you had to go to the bathroom, and you just went all the way off so that he can't turn your camera on.
Yeah, now that Dave gave out all the information, yeah. No,
So
it must
you'd
have
been
been
sitting
all
right there on the counter.
Yeah.
I wonder if I could put the dog on her back.
So what's the temperature there today, David?
Where I'm at, I'm going to guess around 40.
Doesn't look like there's much wind. That helps.
Well, there's wind behind. It's blowing up behind me. That's why I went in there and put on this shirt with a collar on it, keep it from blowing down my collar.
That's still pretty good this time of year.
Yeah, we ain't had real bad weather this year yet. We actually have had really good weather. We had a week there, it got really, 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 really cold, but
No, it's been colder than average. Average temperature's been. That's why I said when we started having single-digit temperatures a month ago, I said we're not supposed to have this till January.
Yeah.
That's why
Same,
I'm worried
same
about
up here.
the speed.
yeah, I mean, here it got cold for about a week, and colder than what it should have been, and then after that, it's kind of been raining and not too cold. I mean, we've not had that many nights that it's got down below freezing. Because when I've been going out to the, to feed my pigs and my goats and stuff, I hadn't. There's been a few times that their water's been frozen, but not many.
You'll take that, won't you?
No, I like it when it's not too cold. But then again, we need some cold weather to get rid of all the some of the pests, the mosquitoes and the flies and some.
Spider mites.
That's where it's nice if it warms up to like 70, 80 degrees, and then
Yeah.
0 degree day.
Yeah, just drop off really quick. Yeah.
It warms up, everything gets hatching, and boom, kills it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got to stay right in the teens for about a week to get that penetration down into old pieces of wood and down into to where they go up and climb up in straw bales and stuff like that. I mean, once you get about a week of really, really, really cold weather, that's when you start doing a lot of the cell structure to the eggs and stuff.
Yeah, I hate those spider mites, man. They get on my kale and sit there and chew the leaves up. They're irritating.
Oh, I'm telling you, I've just got to the point. A lot of people don't like sevens dust, but if you're going to have a garden nowadays, and it's just so hard to do it without doing it without sevens dust. Or, I mean, I've used everything from soapy water to this and that, and it just seems like every time that it's better off to put a little sevens dust on it and wash it really good before you eat it.
With all those other things, as soon as it rains, it washes it off, and you got to do it again.
Yeah,
and also a lot of those bugs get up on the underside of the leaves.
Oh, you just have to.
You may even get them.
Well, I usually buy a new sprayer each year just so that it'll almost be like a fog when I go through and spray. Because, like you say, on like squash and zucchini and stuff, yeah, you got to get it right down there at the base of the
that's why when poo hits
plant. If you don't,
that's why when poo hits the fan, there'll be so much labor because everybody's going to be out every day picking, killing bugs and pulling weeds with your hand.
Well, see, they've got a lot of these people. They use like a neem oil and then a little bit of dish detergent. And then
you have to watch about some of them oils.
It's basically all it does is it gets on their body, it coats their body, and it suffocates.
Yeah, well, a lot of them have wax on their exoskeletons, and that this detergent will get in there and start irritating them and get that wax out between their body where it twists and turn on there. That's where sevens dust is really good.
Yeah,
I mean, not sevens dust, but diatomaceous earth is really good because you can spread it all over on your plants and it'll get in there on their exoskeletons and work its way down into the joints and cut them up and kill them.
If you don't have one of those big foggers, I found the best way to do it is just come in there with a pail or just sit there and spray that dish detergent, soapy water on there, and then just take your hands and just basically rub all over the plant underneath the leaves and everything. And
if you can use diatomaceous earth, you can take like an electric leaf blower and just hold it up in front of it and put it in your hand and just hold the electric leaf blower there and just blow it out of your hand. and it'll just make like a big fog cloud, and it'll settle all over
Yeah,
your
that's a
garden.
good threat. I bought a few bags of that and put it in buckets and put it up. A diatomaceous earth kind of
Oh
powerful
yeah,
one.
yeah.
You know.
Well, I mean, you can buy it now. It used to be you couldn't buy it, and you could buy it in the 25-pound bags at Tractor Supply, but now they have the 50-pound bags. So
I heard
yeah,
that you can deworm cows with it.
I put it in my chicken's food. I put it in my goats, just their pellets. I just mix it in with their pellets and let them eat it. Yeah, I mean
I was
it's
gonna tell David, you know.
my chickens have never. I've never had worms in my chickens, and I've had chickens now for almost 3 years. And my goats, I've never had. They've never had any worms or anything like that in their stomachs. So, and the
I know
only
a 50
thing
pound
that
bag of it was pretty expensive.
it's not that bad. It's too bad. I mean, it's a little more than what I want to pay for it, but
How much was a 50-pound bag? Like $30-something or?
it may be. I seen it the other day at Tractor Supply, and I've got about 20 pounds left. I just bought a 25-pound bag, and I'm thinking it was close to 18 to 20 bucks for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, 50. Well, it was better. I did look at the price, and I thought, it's not double the price, so I'll buy the 50-pound bag next time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
If you get like fleas in your house, you can take that stuff and put it in your cushions. And
Oh yeah. Well, anything where there's animals at, and like I say, a lot of times I'll just get some, and when my chickens are, setting up there and it's getting dark, I'll just take handfuls of it and go up to their back and just put it on them and just kind of fluff their feathers and let that stuff just coat their bodies. And then a lot of times I'll just take they usually have a little dust pass underneath their place where they laid their eggs, their little, I guess it'd be the box that I got from to lay their eggs in. They'll get up underneath it and make little dust baths, I'll just take 4 or 5 handfuls of it and throw in there, and they'll get under there and coat themselves with it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
I was gonna tell you, if you're ever looking for more subscribers, man, you ought to go down there to that feed store where you got those seeds, and just spend like maybe 20 or 30 bucks and buy a bunch of seeds and have a seed giveaway. I guarantee you can get at least 100 new subscribers.
I just, I don't really. I mean,
Carrots.
people take and subscribe to me. I mean, I get subscribers, every day, and I don't really worry as much about subscribers as when I put a new video and it's only got 40 views, in like 3 days. Then I know that people's not interested in it. I try to go back to stuff that, I can get about 100 views in a 24-hour period or more. If I can get 100 views, then I'm doing pretty good on a video. And videos, it's kind of funny because some videos I've shot before in the past, like how to make a battery terminal, just out of a piece of copper pipe and slide the wire up in it and flatten it out and then drill a hole through it and make a, like a terminal that you would have on like your lawnmower or something. I've had more views on that than stuff that I thought that I would get views on.
That's a cool idea. I never even thought about that.
Yeah. And a lot of times what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put some flux in there on the wire as I push it in, and then I'll flatten it out, and then I'll go to the end of it and heat it up and take some solder and put in there and let it draw it up in there. And then I'll drill my hole through it, and then you've got a, homemade terminal there that didn't cost you but, maybe a couple of pennies.
Yeah.
Worth of copper.
So
if you need a really big
stranded
terminal,
wire.
Use
stranded wire
too. Stranded, and especially like, let's say that you got like a golf cart or something, and you need those big terminals that you need to put, on the end of like welding leads, to hook them together. So you can get like 1/2-inch pipe and put you a little bit of that flux on that cable. Go in there and put it in there, smash it real good, and then cut you like a little round end of it off and drill you a hole. Well, you know, go ahead and solder it, and then drill you a hole in it. And I mean, you've got a terminal there that's cost you hardly nothing. When you go to buy that big of a terminal,
Oh yeah.
it's expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, really expensive. David had a big old thing of carrots, didn't he? He must have went to the. That's almost something like you'd get at Sam's there. Those big giant bags like that. Man, my little granddaughter, between her and my wife and all three of us, you know, when she's here, she'll get those little baby carrots, and she'll get like the little 2-pound bags, and we'll go through 4 or 5 of them in a week. I mean,
there ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I love
I'd keep
baby carrots.
Pumping them to her as long as she'll eat them.
Yeah, she'll get them and just eat and eat them. Well, the way I look at it is now the Sam's, the ones you get at Sam's, the little baby carrots that you get there, they're not all the way ripe. I mean, the carrots don't have a good taste. They taste like water.
Yeah.
You know?
I've noticed that some of those manufacturers, they're just taking whatever size carrot, whether it's mature or whatever, and they just cut it. They cut it to shape a baby carrot. It's not the same thing.
Well, and some of them that I've got at Sam's, the carrots are actually white. You know, they hadn't even got their color yet. They were that small when they picked them. You know.
I see.
And I'm like, well, she gets them at that little store called Aldi's. It's just a little grocery store around here. I don't know if y'all have them in y'all's area.
Oh man, I love it. I love that place.
I
can't believe the prices of some of that stuff, man.
Well, she got some Tyson chicken breast the other day in there for like $1.48 a pound.
Wow.
And I mean, Sam's the other day she looked and it was $1.78. Yeah, $1.78 a pound there. So, you can't beat their prices on certain things at certain times. I mean, she buys a lot of strawberries, blueberries, carrots, stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
Buys just tons of it there. And to me, I would rather go in there and grab a thing of carrots out, baby carrots, as to go in there and grab a Little Debbie, Yeah. I mean, any day. I mean, it's a lot healthier for you. We can't like much longer on this chat. I don't know how. David said that chat the other day went for 5 hours. It was only 4, too.
Was it?
He had 2 4-hour chats. Yeah.
This one is on 2 hours now.
Is it? Okay. Seemed like it should be around about the 3-hour mark or so, or a little later.
Man, I can't
there's
believe it's 4 o'clock
back
already.
there behind them. Yeah, I know. Boy, it don't take time for the day to get away. Which I got it last night, and I was sick. I didn't even know if I was going to get on the chat today. I ate something yesterday that I got either some kind of food poisoning from or something. Because, man, about 4 o'clock last night, I was up and all morning long. I didn't even go to my little grandkids over to their house. My wife went over there. I was the chief to the porcelain throne.
I've been chopping wood yesterday and on my back.
Yeah.
You got a little wood stove or something?
Huh?
You got a wood stove?
No, my mom got a, how you call that? Fireplace.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Hey, check this out. Check what I just went outside and pulled out of my little box.
Carrots.
There you go.
Mine are much bigger than that.
Well, I've got them in like a big old rectangle storage box, so it's only maybe 6 or 7 inches deep. So.
Have you got them to where the frost can't get to them?
Well, I'm in Georgia, so I mean it don't get that cold.
Well, I mean, I didn't know if y'all, well, I mean, it gets cold down there enough to snow. Because usually when we get snow, it comes up through Georgia and comes right on up through, you know, from like Louisiana or so right up through there and comes right up through Georgia or Alabama and then through Georgia and then on up through South Carolina and into North Carolina usually.
Well, carrots can take, cold. I mean, they can take freezing, but
Well,
not for too long.
well,
yeah, I got.
Yeah, I mean they can. Well, I mean, like you take overnight though. I mean, if you get down below, well, like I say, we've been in the teens here, you know.
They're doing pretty good.
Yeah,
they're
doing
good
real.
green.
Have you got them up next to like a brick wall or something?
No, they're just sitting on a table. Let me see if I can't open the door to show you.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, a lot of times you can get them up like next to a brick wall, you know, and that brick wall during the night will keep it warm enough to, you don't have no, you don't get cold enough to, kill them or nothing. It may even frost get on them, but it'll keep them, the earth warm enough right around in there to not kill it. Well, I mean, that's like my turnips and all. I mean, I put turnips in my garden and the sun hits it all day, and I've never had a turnip get smushy. You know, a lot of times once you have that first frost and it starts getting cold, they'll start getting from a firm to a kind of a smushy. Every year, I mean, I feed, over even into February. I throw, okay. Yeah, it's kind of surprising that well, it's like you say down in the lower part of Georgia, But I pull turnips up and feed them to the pig.
He's putting that border collie up on that.
Yeah, up on that back of that horse, and that horse ain't.
I tell you what, she's something else. She trusts him.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see that up there or not.
It does on mine.
Yeah, we could see it.
Holy cow, nice. Very nice.
Yeah. Did you start, you see in the garden, didn't you, Dutch?
Good girl, Cleo.
Sorry? Yeah, I got them out in the garden.
Or did you started them in the garden, or did you start them in like a little pot and then transfer them to the garden?
I know, I just started them in the garden.
Yeah, that's the best way. A lot of people say to start them in a tray, and
nah, I don't think it's
I think
necessary.
the dog's more scared of the horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dog was more scared than the horse was.
Well, see, the horse just learned that when I put something on her back, it's not going to hurt her. That was her lesson. Oh, that feels good? Is that good? Is there?
Merry Christmas, etc.
Merry Christmas to you.
Hey, up from the north.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, y'all missed it the other day. He had his girlfriend on camera.
What'd you do?
Uh-oh.
Robin did.
How did he talk into that?
He said it was the first time she had been on camera, and she was, what was she doing? Doing clothes or wrapping presents or something?
Wrapping presents.
Yeah. He kept telling her, you're on camera. She said, I don't care. He said, really, they can see you on camera. And she said, I don't care.
She does a fancy job of wrapping, hiding all the tape, doing it all perfect, so it takes her about 2 days. So by the second night of it, she's pretty much done caring about much.
Well, that's been quite a while ago, wasn't it, when she was putting up clothes?
Nah, it was a couple of days ago when we had that Christmas chat, right before Christmas chat.
A couple days ago, she was actually on cam for like an hour.
She was folding. She was folding clothes a few months ago when we were on a chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I got in trouble.
That was when None of Your Business, and the chat was already over, and Mindy and None of Your Business fell asleep on us.
Yeah, it's snoring on the camera.
When was that? Was that
That was what?
not Christmas
A week
Eve,
ago?
but
Was that on a Saturday or a Sunday?
A few days ago, anyways, 4 or 5.
Yeah, a few days.
But we were sitting here
Yeah,
laughing and you were snoring.
Yeah, all of a sudden Mindy's picture just went away, and you were like, I was like, he's done fell asleep on us.
yeah.
Yeah, well, that was after I done left then.
Yeah, bad thing is they talked me into staying.
That was the day of the.
Yeah, you did say you were gonna. You were getting ready to go out of there, weren't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here and go to bed or something, or I'm gonna get out of here and I was going to go to bed.
That's
But
when
you know,
you were
I had
having your
been
power storm.
Yeah, I had been up so long. That was almost up 24 hours at that point.
Yeah, that was the night I seen the tornado. Okay.
Yeah.
I forget what we were talking about. It was a pretty good conversation.
Yeah,
I think it was a lot to do about healthcare or something.
Yeah, we was talking about that and how we love Walmart.
Oh yeah, yeah.
A little bit of everything.
If I could get Rex to ride up there and not be so chicken poop.
Yeah, I found out that if you top your radishes and your turnip greens, if you top those 3 times, you'll end up you won't have any turnips or radishes. So those will just have like root things on the bottom. So that's a lesson learned.
What are you talking about? If you talk to your radishes?
No, top them. I've been topping them. I've been topping them and taking radish and turnip and mustard greens and cooking them down and then freezing them. And I had topped them 3 times, and then I went out there and I was like,
But it sounded like something you would do was go out there and talk to your radishes.
I do. I talk to my plants. I talk to them sometimes.
Do they ever talk back?
I haven't finished the course, to be a vegetable whisperer.
Well, I don't whisper to horses. I yell at them.
Oh. What's this horse? He's feeding the carrots, Had the dog jumped up.
I can't believe how many people, when I first got the horses, just could not believe that I knew anything about it. But it's like, well, we didn't see it before on video, so therefore you must be brand new.
Yeah. Got one of those Bear Grill knives for Christmas?
No, I didn't. Did you send me one?
No, I got one of them from my brother. They're not a bad knife compared to what you normally get at Walmart.
A good China steel.
I like the Bear Grylls machete.
Those had a huge recall because they were snapping at the handle.
Oh,
and
really?
Then, yeah, the older ones, they snap right at the handle and they're coming back and slicing people's wrists off.
Yeah. Well, I just thought it looked nice. I didn't ever.
Yeah. No, they had a big, huge recall because a lot of the Bear Grylls Gerber steel was snapping and miscellaneous Chinese zero quality control.
Oh yeah. Well, Chinese, they're getting better at it. Though. That's why I figure if the Israelis don't buy my new weapon system, I'm sure the Chinese will.
Well, it seems like for Chinese-made stuff, it's totally dependent on what the company decides they're going to mandate for quality control. Like, they can have good stuff if the company wants to pay a little more. Because, like, Spyderco's and stuff are made in China, and a lot of those are real nice.
Well, you can't really tell unless you have it x-rayed and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I've got a couple Spyderco's I just abuse the crap out of them, and they seem to last. Or, like, the Leatherman I got that falls apart.
Whatever happened with that with you? Those 3 that
I got a refund for all 3.
you did. You sent them back.
Yeah, I sent them all back, and they said, you want a 4th? I'm like, no, I don't got enough time to go to the mail post office 4 times for one knife. I called Leatherman, they just didn't really care.
Okay, I got the chat
They're,
up
they're
now.
going the way, I mean, after people like Nut and Fancy and everything do these videos saying how good something is, then they change the product or send it overseas. And then it's like cold steel. Cold steel used to be a good knife. Now it's just a Chinese piece of crap.
Yeah.
Can y'all see the chat up on my screen?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I clicked on question and answer, and it says this picture is disabled.
Yeah, I just wanted to put it up. That way we could. It'd be nice if somebody could put it up and could put it up on their screen, and everybody could sit there and read what's going on in the YouTube chat. At least it is on the right-hand side again.
Is it working?
Yeah, I mean it's got. I mean I don't know when the last time it was updated, but somebody said there's something about let's see, $60 according to what grade you get. High grade is 250 to 300.
There's old humans for targets.
Something
I
about
watched some of his reviews.
Something about yeah, no. It's like buying from Sam's Club. You get a discount for buying more, and then somebody Dutch put a link in. Do you make?
Are you in YouTube chat or Google?
Yeah, I'm on the
that's
YouTube chat.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Well, you can't really be on the YouTube chat. You have to have it muted.
Yeah, he said. Well, I've got it pulled up and it's got my camera and all. I just got on the screen share right now.
I just hit refresh to see what was going on over here.
And then somebody put your rooster's name Dustin because it's a loudmouth, I guess.
I got it in the hangout too, but
Jay Watterson, 69.
Well, the sun's going down. I'm gonna have to move the laptop around.
Yeah, I remember.
Watterson, yeah. And I could hear you, couldn't see you. I don't know what he's talking about there. Somebody said the chat's at 2 hours and 7 minutes. Organic carrots. Are you feeding your horses organic carrots?
I don't know.
Dutch has got organic carrots.
It was the cheapest thing. Yeah. It was the cheapest 5-pound bag of carrots they had at the Kroger store.
He's got the Franken carrots, man. The GMO.
Yeah.
Human DNA in his carrots.
Can you see the horse has turned into a Taliban after I fed it the carrot?
Jay in 69 said if Merry Christmas to Peter, Dustin, Gary, and Tater.
Tater. Rast goes Tater, doesn't he?
Tater down there, hillbilly hybrid poopy or
poopy
horse eating poop eating horse or Tater.
Tater eating poop.
Yeah, there you go. Tater eating poop.
For $100. That's pretty bad.
I wonder if he got the $100 up front or if he did it and then somebody didn't pay up.
Oh.
He spit it. He spit it out.
This actually happened.
He couldn't finish it. He spit it out and couldn't finish it.
He
chewed on it 2 or 3 times.
He should have drank some of the Loco thing or whatever before he did it.
That's crazy, man. Nasty.
Yeah.
No, Apollo. Apollo's chasing the chickens.
Chasing the chickens.
Let me see if I put something in the chat, how long it'll take before it gets there. Chat's
I can move this
pretty
camera
good.
around, otherwise all you're going to see is a big blur. Mute so you don't have to listen to me grunt.
Hey, David, click it on to where it stays on Hoss so we can read that chat so it stays on there.
You can click on Hoss too.
Oh,
Yeah,
we can?
Yeah, you can click on my picture and it'll stay on your screen.
Okay.
I just thought it would be cool because, I mean, I know y'all get tired of looking at me, so at least I can contribute to the chat.
All right. Never mind, David. I got it. Okay.
And I'm going to mute for a second here.
There's some of my backyard gardening containers.
Huh?
My backyard gardening, all the containers.
I know.
Got your grill something back there. Yeah, Dutch, your garden did really. Your garden did really good this year for the first time.
Yep.
That soil you had back there must have been some really good soil.
Yeah, well, it's never been used. There was all grass over it, right?
That's because it was organic soil.
That used to be farmland, you said, right?
No. They used to. There's always been a house here.
Where your house was built used to. Oh, okay.
Behind my house.
I thought it was a farmland before they.
No, behind my house is farmland and stuff. This house was built in 1880.
Okay, I knew you had showed us a picture before, and it said some of that in there used to have been farmland, and then they built houses on it. I guess it was another subdivision away from you.
I don't know. But behind my house, that's all farmland, yeah.
Okay.
Remember that night he showed us all those Google images from around his. That was pretty cool.
Like that canal and all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty neat. Well, the chat just died.
Yeah, I haven't moved much.
Yeah. I know it's working because Paul put on there hi, back. I just put hi to see how long it would take to get there and how long it would take for it to update, and it updated immediately, and then he put hi host, and it wasn't, I mean, just a split second,
Too bad you can't plug it into the Google Plus.
Well, I mean, that's it. It sucks because that would be one thing that they could do that would work out.
There is a way to do it, but Dave has to put an app on and figure it all out. There is some way to do it, but it's sketchy.
Well, you should be able to go to somewhere in YouTube and say, how do I get the YouTube chat into Google Plus? Surely somebody's got a video on it.
Yeah, I got that. How do I share my screen?
Just over to your left side.
Oh, yeah.
And that'll pop out and just hit the little arrow.
Okay, now to see which window, I think this one. Start screen share. Can you see it now? I don't know.
No, it's still on your picture. Well, it's still on your picture as far as I can tell.
Oh, now it's open. Alright, so yeah, I got it here on the right side, you see? If you click on the Hangout toolbox, and on the right side you click on the little text bubble or something, you can add a YouTube chat.
Say cheese.
I gotta turn it around. Do this cowboy style here.
Yeah, that screen share is pretty cool though, to be able to.
It's starting to work good.
Pull something up and do a screen share. Yeah, I mean, if you've got a website or something you want to show somebody, yeah. Now, I mean, it does pretty good.
How do I stop it? Oh, there we go.
Just click on the little arrow or either click that one to off usually.
You need a rifle in your hand.
A rifle?
AK preferably.
Uh-oh, hold on. She's getting ready to poop. Hold on.
Live on Google Plus.
No, false alarm.
Just gas.
She's gonna do a 360 and kick him right in the head.
That horse wouldn't kick me for nothing.
You know the old saying.
If she did it, if she did a 360, she would stand like exactly the same, right?
I know.
Yeah.
180. 35 degrees.
90.
Yeah, her might knock the Sarti over if she was doing that 360.
Yeah, if she did a 360, she would run me over.
My dad used to say a mule will wait 20 years to kick you in the ass.
What are you doing back? Ah, she dropped her bulletproof vest. It's not bulletproof if you drop it, horse. Where's that thing over her head?
Yeah, we're at like 2 hours and 28 minutes. Sun's starting to go down here. It feels like we've been on here forever because I got on when the sun was still up.
I think I might cook me a little meal in my alcohol stove. One of those little dehydrated deals.
Yeah.
Everything. Make sloppy joes later or something.
Can you wear this? No, won't fit.
Oh, I'm gonna get out of the screen share thing because the.
Yeah, we miss your face so much.
It is not. It is not updating hardly any at all. So.
Hey, but you know what? That rifle plate is the right size to cover a horse's heart up. If you can get it to hang right here, that would make her bullet resistant right there where their heart is.
Yeah, that idea you had last night though, that was the best with the pads that float.
Yeah, but
give her one of those helmets.
That's just level 3A.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about something that's rifle resistant.
Yeah.
What, you want me to take the ankle holster off too now?
Yeah, that's what it's looking like right now. Starting to drop over. Yeah. There's the backyard.
My kill didn't do it all this year.
Why not?
I don't know. The box ate it. Whatever came up. Only 3 plants came up.
Yeah, those spider mites, man, are a pain in the butt, man.
I don't think I should start those out in the garden. I probably should start them out inside.
Well, kale is hard to get to germinate at the temperatures. If it's too hot, they won't germinate.
But everything else did great. So.
Yeah, I'm going to start building some raised beds. That container stuff is, I mean, it's better than nothing, but it's just, man. I got to locate some good compost though. I got a landscaping company that does all the landscaping on Fort Benning. I've got their number and I'm going to call them. Try to locate some good a good compost company.
Yeah, I got 2 freezers full with beans and stuff. All set for the winter.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say I was gonna have to go feed my animals, but my wife went and done it. So.
There you go.
Fort Benning, you'd figure the military or similar would have enough guys standing around to do a little landscaping.
Well, man, the government, they waste so much money. Stupid.
Yeah. You got a whole army base full of guys that got to go to PE. Well, raking the yards probably, planting the trees probably just as good.
I mean,
I can't. Yeah, that's a good point. I can't believe that they hire out.
Oh yeah, yeah. The military hires out. The Air Force hires out people to paint their rocks out there in the desert. They paint them green. That looks like grass.
You know what I heard in the news the other day? Over here they build a information archive, and the U.S. government invested like billions into it.
Yeah, that's the DHS. Everything you go on the internet and do, they know.
Yeah, well they build it over here.
Yep.
Let's see. Let's Google it.
I wonder if that feels good to a horse when he gets that all cleaned out like that, or if is it too hard into there to really tell. Seems like it.
Clean, so it doesn't get all festered. And
Yeah.
we call it fungus. It's kind of like they can get chop rock on their foot. Of course, this isn't a hoof pick. This is a fencing tool I'm using, but
Yeah.
it's still about the same. Plus, I can tap it and check to see if there's any bruising right through there. Here. Let me manicure the back one. Give me your foot. Thank you. Put it back down in the food. No, this one. Give me your foot. Thank you.
But yeah, it's kind of suspicious they build that stuff all the way over here instead of U.S. soil. Why?
So they can spy on you guys too?
No, they probably spy on you guys, but
Not me.
no.
I've already lost that right. I'm Canadian. Nothing's private. CSIS has been caught years and years and years taking everything, phone calls, doesn't matter.
They're spying on you over there, Dutch, to see how to grow tulips.
Well, I doubt they're just spying on me. I mean, they wouldn't put like billions of dollars into it just to spy on 50 million people over here.
They want your carrot
60
secret.
million.
Who knows what you got?
What it is the government is paranoid because they know what they do and they think everybody's going to do the same thing. They know they're doing wrong, so they're afraid that everybody's going to get on them. And
well, I'm guessing if they build it over there, you people are gonna get like pissed off and blow it up or something.
No, there's a whole bunch over here already.
Like stop spying on us. But yeah, I could get you the address and you could go with your Taliban horse. Where did Haas go?
Oh, he was going for a walk around the yard, wasn't he?
But everybody got real quiet on cleaning the foot.
Yeah.
Well, at least you're not cleaning the sleeve or whatever.
What?
De-sleeving, or I guess it's not a female. I guess it's a female horse.
Oh, the sheath. You mean sheath?
There you go.
Yeah, that's usually on geldings. Stallions are pretty well self-cleaning because they walk around with hard arms all the time.
All the time. No, you gotta clean a horse stallion too, though.
Well, actually, the stallions when they when they jack themselves off and stuff, they clean themselves.
They don't have fingers though.
You ain't never seen a horse jack himself off?
No.
They do it all the time.
But yeah, the guy on Think Like a Horse, the channel. I think you know the channel, right?
Yeah, he's true redneck horse trainer.
Yeah, he got a video of cleaning a horse's cock though.
Yeah, but that's a gelding.
I don't know what those terms mean.
Gelding
I'm not
means
a
it has
horse
no
specialist.
Sarti, what you doing, Sarti?
I'm sitting here cleaning a horse's foot off. Oh, I didn't miss that. Oh, she wants
Hey,
to
man.
play it now. Okay, just a minute. There we go. Let's have a carrot.
How did you do in the election, man?
I got 1,000 votes.
Not bad.
The election
first
is
time.
already over?
Compared that I already had $1,200.
That's pretty good, man. How do I pronounce your name?
Oh, what happened?
Sorry?
Say that again?
How
Sorry.
do I pronounce your name?
Oh, Santana. Juan. Juan.
Juan? Okay.
Santana.
Who's got a party talking in the background?
Yeah, I'm here with the in-laws.
Oh, well, if they're going to talk, turn the camera on.
All right, hold on.
What do you like clean off the stable? What are you ready for?
How do I do? Oh, okay, I see it. Hold on.
I'm eating all this crap.
Everybody say hi to YouTube. Say hi to YouTube, Jimmy.
What's up? What's up?
Hey, tell them you got an audience of millions.
It's a what?
We got 21 people watching.
200 people watching?
21.
You sure?
Yeah.
You don't want to say hi to YouTube? Okay.
You
sorry.
gotta believe there was millions of people watching. I heard that when I said that. What?
Sorry, you got to send me your address. I got an extra look-see for you.
I finally got one, but I just finally got it to where it would hook to the phone the day before yesterday. I was having a problem; it wouldn't work on the Android.
You can put on a lot of different of the.
So you ended up getting one? That's what you're telling me?
Yeah, it sucks.
It sucks.
Don't get me wrong. It will work, but the picture quality and stuff sucks.
Well, Sarti, it's a 720p and it's a small device, you know.
Oh, that's it. The one I got was in 720. It's not HD. I got the cheapo.
Oh, you got the $64 one?
Yeah, I got the $60 one. $59.
Yeah,
$59.95.
I want me to get one of those. That's pretty cool.
Sarti, you got to PM me that way I can send you the one I got for you.
All right. Well, hey, you know my call sign, don't you?
Hey, I'm gonna jump back in, all right? Because what's it called? There's a lot of noise here. I'll jump back in.
Alright.
Well, it's not a Stetson, but he'll take it.
I was fixing to say my call sign. If you want my address, all you got to know is a little bit of ham radio and go WCTV.
I might get into one. There's a club here. It's once a month. I might just go get the ticket. Learn.
Well, you know what? Even if you do like I do and get a nice ham radio, and you put it up in a metal trash can and only take it out once or twice a year to play with it, on 20 meters after something like I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna say EMP. even though that is a worst case scenario. If you take it out after, let's say, a sunspot, so a couple of weeks after the sunspot, the radio waves are going to be super quiet because there are 99% of the amateur radio operators do not shield their stuff and do not put anything back for an occasion like that. So all those frequencies that are crowded right now will be totally quiet, and you'll be able to talk those long distances.
We'll be able to talk to you, though.
Oh, yeah, I talk over there to Europe all the time. Well, when I get on it. Matter of fact, I could probably go in there now and fire it up and get on Europe. It's not nothing to talk across the duck pond. Australia, I've talked to Australia before. I actually talked to, I don't know what there's this guy, well, actually he's a teenager. And actually there's a girl doing it too. They're trying to sail across the Pacific in a sailboat by themselves.
Yeah.
This was a guy doing it. And he had an amateur radio, and I talked to him on, I think it was 40 meters.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wow. So, how far into the trip was he?
Huh?
How far into the...
It's been 2 years ago since I did that, man. I remember. I talked to so many people. It's like, I forgot his name and call sign. I could probably go look it up. I think I wrote it in my QRZ thing.
A bunch of them are doing that sporting event around here or whatever. I was like, I don't have the competitive drive to go.
Well, you know what? If I get a horse car, if here's the big word, if I could afford a two-horse team, because the cart, in order to live in it, to make it like a camper, look up sheep wagon or gypsy cart, like the old gypsy wagon.
Oh yeah.
If I could, it would take 2 horses to pull it. If I could get one of those and go cross country, I'd put a ham radio in it in a heartbeat. I just go across the country, and yeah, I could be on 20 meters. Because, you know, think about it, a 20-meter antenna being 33 foot long may not work on a car, but a horse cart that's only doing like 4 or 5 miles an hour, the wind ain't no big deal, you know.
I got a good, or what is it here? The Lone Ranger Legends Collection, all the old Lone Ranger movies on DVD for Christmas. Oh, it's a whole series. Oh, who'd we lose?
I'd have to have 2 radios, though, because I'd have to be legal, so I'd have to put a CB radio in the cart. You know, running for governor, you can't do illegal things like run lanes and stuff on CB radio.
Actually, if you became, if you got elected, wouldn't you then be allowed to have guns because of your position? Sheriffs, politicians, all that shit.
No doubt in my mind, there would be not only would I have guns, the 12 other people that are in the same situation I am in the state would be immediately pardoned and have their record expunged.
But aren't politicians and officers and all that just instantly allowed? Because
I don't know. I don't care. When I'm in there, let's put it this way: if the politicians are allowed to do it, the people are allowed to do it.
What's it all? The old the guy with the X on the spot channel there, old shaved head. Loud, aggressive guy. I think they came after him once, but seeing as he used to be a sheriff, they can't. He doesn't actually even need a pistol license to have a pistol because he was a sheriff. I forget his name.
The conspiracy guy, Alex Jones?
No, he's got that YouTube channel. He's all shaved head and aggressive and has a gun training school or whatever.
Oh, he wasn't never. He was a.
Oh, Yeager.
He was a police chief of Camden. He was, and they fired him.
Yeah, apparently because of that position, he doesn't need his.
No, that's bullshit.
No.
No.
I was just reading through the crap.
Yeah, well, that was crap. the state of Tennessee pulled his permit, and then he came out because they pulled at the same time I was going to.
Because of his video.
And he made a video. If you go back and look at the timing.
Yeah, where he was going to kill people.
No. After that video, he made another video saying that he's pro-gay marriage.
Oh.
And they gave him his permit back. He came out, said he's pro-gay marriage because I was coming out against it, and that's why the state attorney general got me for being hateful because I hate gays.
I'd like to see them try take the Duck Dynasty's guns away. He's got way too much money and influence.
Well, yeah, I'd like to see that. At least he could fight it. I don't have the money to fight it.
Should find his email and send him a message and say, hey, they took my guns away for the same kind of stuff.
Yeah, I got probably $1,000, $1,200 worth of donations, and that all went to the lawyers. And
oh, that's your first hour.
Yeah, it was like, even though I got a voluntary lawyer, I for that, and everybody threw a fit because I bought a voice recognition program, so I could, because I can't type. I got nerve damage in that hand. I can't feel the keys. We got a voice recognition, Dragon.
Yeah.
And boy, you ought to hear, oh, he's taking your money and spending it on personal stuff instead of where it's supposed to go to. It was the same group of people that just got on to me for buying, they thought I was buying horse seed instead of feed. There's no doubt they're watching me today. This man and woman, I forgot where they're at. I think they're in Kentucky or maybe up in Indiana.
Yeah, you said you're.
Yeah, they sit. All they do is they sit in a double wide, and they're both chain smokers. The husband has a computer on one end of the room, and the wife has one on the other. And all they do is follow me around to see what I'm doing, to make sure I'm not doing nothing wrong. They're following me to protect the American people.
Gotta have a hobby.
It's nice to know I have stalkers. But there's no doubt they're watching me today, or they'll tune in at some time today and watch.
Honestly, if I had money for horse feed and there's a little extra money, I'd pick up something to sow into the ground and have some feed for next year. Don't imagine you get very far with a scythe, though.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's I honestly thought when I got that $250 donation, I thought it was going somewhere. I said, well, I'll be able to do, give away some more. There's other horses besides Goldie out here, but actually we need to put them to work. If I was gonna start a horse rescue, I would like to have a bunch of training carts, and teach the horses to work.
They've got a big Thresherman reunion here.
As working horses. In other words, take Goldie here, teach her to pull a plow or a lawnmower or whatever, pull something, and then put her to work. And that way, when she goes somewhere, I know she'll have a job. And usually people that have animals that work, that are making money off of, they usually feed them.
There's a Thresherman's reunion down here where they do the whole powered by horse threshing machines and have races and stuff.
Yeah, surprisingly enough, up there in Alberta and everything, they're real big into the rodeo and everything still.
Oh yeah, there's
California are wanting to kill the rodeos. They want to get rid of rodeos altogether. Oh, that's evil.
They have a junior circuit here.
Yeah, they take the steer and they slam it on the ground and tie it up. That's evil. And then they'll sit there and do it while they're chomping on their Big Mac.
Not here. Everybody's happy to go here. All the kids watch the barrel racing and tell you, I used to drive a trike to clean the barrel racing track, rake it or whatever you want to call it, and the people on horses could go quicker than me on a trike racing around them barrels.
You better watch them teeth, girl. If my finger's not a carrot.
We realized what happened pretty quick.
What, when she jumped back?
No, when your fingers get stuck in the mouth, I think we'd notice.
Well, she's just lipping me. She's not got her teeth open.
No.
Just using her lips. Her teeth are still shut. But she's not trying to bite.
Tasting you.
She's just giving me some lip.
My cousin's horse only kicked him once.
Then the horse become very tasty.
Oh, no, a cousin got kicked, fell on the ground, grasping for air, got up, kicked the horse back, never kicked him again. It was one of them.
Begging right now. This is her begging. She wants another cat.
No, he had one of them mules that was just nasty for the first long time they got it secondhand. Somebody beat the hell out of the thing, so it was meaner than snot for years.
Somebody probably kicked it.
No, that horse is good around kids now. They've had it for long enough, but bite and kick and just real angry at people. But you keep it long enough, that goes away.
Well, that's why I like getting a young horse. That's why when I found her on the for sale from a breeder, I knew what I was getting, and they wasn't mistreated. And I got her when she was just like 14 months old. So she has a chance not to learn bad habits and stuff.
Yeah. If crap hit the fan, that wouldn't be the time to start training a horse.
Well, you could do it the old-fashioned way, but I'm not in shape to do it the old-fashioned way.
Well, nowadays you got hospital and medical. If you got kicked or bucked, or you'd want to be doing all that before services stopped.
Oh, I'll never get bucked because, well, unless I lose about 150 pounds, I won't be able to get on the horse. But she can pull me in a wagon.
Well, for riding, if you had a young horse and you're trying to break it for riding, and it was after...
She's going to be ridden here come April or so. I got a guy down the road.
Cool.
He would ride her for a week, and she's already neck reined. I can show you how you train a neck reining. That way you don't really need a bit. All you got to do that, well, let me unhook her from one side here. All the neck reining is, come up here, Cleo. Get up here. In the camera. See this rope right here?
Yeah.
I push it that way, and that turns her. That's all the pressure it takes. If I want her to come this way, I just lay that rope on her neck. So I'm teaching her neck reining just by pushing her with the rope, and makes her go one way or the other. So when it comes time to halter her, all you'll have to do is tie this there and lean her this way or lean her this way. Well, I don't know if you can't see it with the camera, but...
Oh, a little bit, yeah.
All I'm doing is putting pressure on the side of her neck, telling her which way to go.
Yeah, I was reading about the medieval knights horses. They had those things trained.
I can afford this training to her.
Yeah. Chunk of cordage.
Back up. Back up. Back up. Thank you. That keeps her out of trouble.
After crap hits a fan, those barrels would be good to keep people away. Spray on some toxic symbols, leave them cracked open. Have a big pile of toxic waste barrels out front of your house.
I just figured I'd just leave the dead bodies out there in front. You know, maybe a few people swinging from the tree out front here.
You watching any of that zombie show on TV? Or Netflix or any of that?
Which one?
Walking Dead?
The last zombie movie I watched was World War Z.
That one was kind of bad.
But the movie was horrible.
I like the special effects because it does give you a concept of a whole city full of people going nuts.
Yeah, that's Zombieland in this last show. I haven't watched it forever, but
there are that many people in a city that if they all went nuts, it would look just like that.
Well, they've been killing zombies outside their fence, just poking them in the head over and over and over again. And I haven't watched it for a long time, but they're starting to get sick from the water. So I'm thinking, you kill 10,000 zombies and just leave them sitting outside your complex. It's going to leach into the ground, and that's why the people are dying. But that was months ago. I haven't watched it forever. All those corpses would definitely be a big problem.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I don't think zombies is really realistic.
No, but
these dogs don't have a coat, so they're cold.
I wouldn't like it out here none. We hit negative 40 Celsius a couple days ago. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. Is it the same for that? Okay, it was negative 40 Celsius and Fahrenheit the other day.
Well, you know what gets me is a lot of people think it's terrible of me to have the horses out here and no shelter for them. What do you think they do out in the wild?
What do you think they do up here in the wintertime? They're outside all...
Yeah, they got icicles hanging off of them up there.
It's negative 40 degrees and they're all outside.
Well, that's why I especially like Cleo. She's fat. I had people say, well, she's fat. You know, come over and say, because she is. And I make sure she's fat for the wintertime. But it's not real fat. I mean, she's got a layer of fat where you can't really, you have to press to feel her ribs. When she's in shape, you'll be able to, what's this message just popped up? Must be a 30-minute warning.
No.
Yeah, well, it's pretty close. It's been 3 hours.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, that little bit of fat on her will keep her perfectly warm. Well, not perfectly, but it'll help a lot.
Should do a Kickstarter and get it on there so you can be on cam for a full month. The David Sarti Farm Project. Stay on cam for a full month on Kickstarter.
Well, that's one of the things I would do if I could get a trailer to go across the country. If I could get the trailer, I could get one of those phones that were LTE.
No.
And just be, riding across the country in a horse cart. Every time I was in a city, you'd be able to see it. But when I got out in the boonies,
wagon cam.
Yeah, the wagon cam. Well, if here we go, if again. If I was elected, I already said I'd put a camera in my governor's office. It'd be right behind my head, pointed at everybody that comes in that door, and begging for stuff. They'd be pointed right at them. So it
goes west to escape tyranny.
Yeah, you talk about letting everybody see all the people coming in wanting stuff.
Yeah, you could point behind you and say, "Well, ask the people, ask the camera, and we'll take a vote."
Have a true democracy. Have a live web vote on everything in the office.
We are a republic. We have a constitution. I don't care how many people vote that you don't want me to have my guns. It's my God-given right.
That's okay. I live in a socialist fascist country, so.
We feel for you.
If you take Canada down to its bare essentials, it's a social fascist nationalistic country.
No, it's a monarchy.
Well, they don't do much.
Actually, it would be closer to an oligarchy. There are very few monarchies. Even when there's a king, they still require a court to run everything. No one person can run everything these days.
We got a king.
Where's that now?
Netherlands.
Ah.
I got a king. I think Rex in another language means king. There he is laying in the ground, the king, laying out here in the sun.
Yeah, a queen stepped down, so now we got a king.
There's some good bands coming out of the Netherlands.
Oh, hell, King David.
When's that old woman ever going to step aside? Isn't she about to fall apart by now? She's like 100 and something years old.
What, the Queen of England?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she was old when I was a kid. So.
She's got.
Yeah.
I was watching a documentary about them. She's got a beautiful solid gold sword over there that I'd really like a piece of.
Sword?
Yeah, the sword that she knights John Lennon and all them other people with is solid gold with diamonds and rubies and.
That's nothing.
Really heavy.
Our king got a golden carriage.
The whole carriage, huh?
Yeah, gold plated though.
That would take a couple draft horses.
Well, it also depends on the type of terrain you're hauling on. Because a horse, think about it, a horse pulling something on level ground. I mean, if you got something that rolls really easy, and it's on level ground, you can push a lot of weight.
Yeah, you can pull a 747 if you get it going.
Here, our horses pull sleighs.
Check that out.
Hey, there you go.
What?
Check it out.
Check what out?
The carriage, the golden carriage, Carlo.
Oh.
Click on Carlo's.
Okay, I seen it.
They still wear them tight pants.
Yeah.
If that ain't, hey, look at me, I don't know what is.
What?
We have so much money we can pay people to wear this stuff.
Oh, it's just a costume for ceremonies. That's all it is. Well, look at people around here. They dress up in Civil War uniforms and have reenactments. You know, it's like the ceremonial thing.
Yeah, it's only for. Although in England they actually got like the guards and stuff like in traditional clothing and stuff.
Have you seen a Mountie?
In the palace.
Have you seen a Mountie?
Oh,
cowboy hat, tight black pants, and a red trench coat that's been tailored.
But that's not that old. I mean, look at that.
Canada isn't that old.
Well, it's time for me to give Cleo her vitamins and her protein supplement and put her up. The sun's fixing to go down.
Big block of salt or what?
Yay! Vitamin supplements.
Let me go ahead and mute my microphone.
I remember a few months back you made those treats for the horses.
Yes, yeah. I still have them. They work good.
Well, I gotta go check my laundry and make sure I got clean clothes, so I'll be right back.
You gonna miss the
Carlo, what's the standard military issue rifle over there?
I don't know.
No idea?
No idea. I would have to ask my dad.
Google it.
I wonder if it's an L1A1, L1A1 or something.
These things from Finland?
Netherlands, I think.
Netherlands, yeah.
I know I bought a lot of finished surplus stuff from Cheaper Than Dirt.
I don't even know what Canada's got for their standard military rifle anymore.
I know you guys did have some M4s.
Likely. I know they use the Browning 9mm for their pistols.
High powers?
Yeah.
They still use those? Okay.
Oh. That was good, Sloppy Joe.
Sloppy Joe, Sloppy Joe.
That's what I'm saying, man. By the time I hit mute, I did all that. I made Sloppy Joe and did some. I baked some potatoes in the microwave. Then I sliced them in big old rings and fried them in the pan. I did all that in like 15 minutes. That frozen ground turkey meat, man. I mean, dude, there's no grease,
No nothing, man. You just cook it up and boom, done.
I think it's the Colt C7.
We use the Colt M16A2, or in Canada, the Canada
it's a Canadian
C7.
weapon. So we're using Canadian weaponry over here.
What was yours, Carlo? What'd you say?
I think it's the Colt C7.
Yeah, that's an AR-15 Colt variant.
Carbine. Alrighty.
A lot of countries have went to the just like us. I mean, they use the same weapon as we do, the M16 or whatever you want to.
Yeah, there's so many variants of
variants, yeah. But a lot of people are going to it just because it's economical, you know? I mean, we make so many rounds.
Yeah.
And there's so much surplus of our stuff.
14.5-inch A1 barrel.
Yeah.
With the
A1M2 or whatever. There's the, like you say, the longer barrels. I mean, I don't know enough about them to know the difference between all of them. But you take somebody that's big into guns could probably have more to say on it. But I know that we're, you know, just like the AK-47, a lot of countries now have. Well, we train a lot of countries, so they train with us a lot, so they use the same weaponry so they can understand it.
Denmark, Afghan, Netherlands, Sweden, and United Kingdom all use the Canadian-made C7.
You also get a Glock 17, apparently.
Yeah, that's... Well, my sister's husband is a fairly high-ranking doctor in the military, and he's got a Browning 9mm. But I think it also depends on what service, what rank, etc.
Well, I know they're starting to make Glock here in the United States, and it won't be long till they'll be after all the military contracts.
Yeah, that's because part of that arms trade treaty says you won't import.
Yeah, military can't use anything that we import.
Well, pretty soon they're going to say you can't sell anything imported to citizens.
Oh well, it may do it sooner or later, and that's why if you want a Mosin Nagant, you better get one now.
Because it's so difficult for somebody with little college machine course to make something.
Well, I mean, it's not illegal to make your own gun.
Nope. That's how those guys are making the
lower, getting those lower 80% lowers and finishing them out. And I mean, if you can make your own barrel and do a few other parts, you can make your own AR-15 and never have a serial number on it. It'll be just blank. Now you can't sell it
or transfer it.
Yeah, well, we don't have that here. I mean,
well, you can't give it away to another person if you make it and you give it to somebody else. It's supposed to be destroyed.
I can give it to my kids.
Did you see
I can pass it on down through my.
Stolen. What if it gets stolen?
That's just the way it is. I mean,
I guess they'll have to check the serial number, and that's not there.
Well, a lot of people are saying put an identification mark on it for you. Put your own mark on it. That way, if anything does happen and it is stolen, you can say, look, up under the trigger, if you look on there, there's this mark. But I mean, it's just like any other gun that's stolen. I mean,
if it's stolen, you know what? I'll tell you what. I'll make another one.
Yeah. I mean,
they're not gonna get my rifle back for me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna depend on them.
Yeah, exactly. And most of the times when people that steal guns, they're not going to go sell them to a pawn shop because they know they're going to get caught. They're going to go sell them to somebody else, and I mean, yeah.
Once they're gone, they're gone.
Yeah, personally, I wouldn't buy a gun with no serial number on it.
They're gonna go trade it for a bag of heroin or something.
Hey, did you see this gun? Yeah.
The C7?
No, this one is the world first 3D printed metal gun.
Oh yeah, I've seen a bunch of those.
Oh yeah, okay.
That
yeah,
looks
I heard
pretty
about.
good.
I heard about that.
Well,
I
you can't have seen a bunch of those because there's only one.
Well,
I mean,
Right.
well, no, they've been doing the plastic ones and stuff. I've been paying attention to that, but
yeah,
it's
but
just
this one is fully metal.
well,
yeah.
the barrel,
the printer cost.
Yeah, well, the barrel to me would be the problem with it being printed, because when you print that metal, you actually put in a kind of like almost like like a silver solder or something in.
Yeah, like a
with the metal.
Together,
yeah, and when you heat it up, I mean, you have to heat that thing up, going cherry red for it to actually fuse together.
Yeah, it costs about $12,000.
The problem with me is the barrel would be the problem.
So that's an expensive gun.
Yeah, that's not even the printer. That's the gun.
Well, I was laughing because they're worried about these 3D printed guns. I'm like, any gang or bad group that wants to make them probably has somebody that bores out machine parts on their motorcycles or cars. If you can bore out a cylinder on a car, you can likely create your own weapons in your machine shop you use to build your bikes and cars.
What are you talking about? You can go to Radio Shack and build weapons.
Well, yeah, but they're worried about
There you go.
printers.
There you go, teasing. You know you want to talk to us about it.
They're offering to sell it as a collector's piece for $12,000. I mean, who would buy that?
The U.S. government.
A gun that doesn't even shoot properly, I mean,
David's gonna mount.
It's bound to break down pretty soon.
Yeah, the U.S. government will buy them, and they'll take 12,000 of them.
Only if one of their buddies is selling them, and they can put some dirty money.
Who's on the Gong Show?
What the heck was that, David?
The Gong Show.
The barrels out here, when the temperature changes, they pop.
Man, I would have laughed if the horse bit him.
You obviously don't know a damn thing about horses.
That's true, not a daggum thing.
What about them zombie non-vegetarian horses?
Well, yeah, what about undead horses, man? Hey, that totally different.
Now, everybody was talking about those 3D printed guns, the lowers for the AR-15s and all. If anybody that you know knows anything about them, will tell you those things will just fall apart.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing is the cost of getting a high quality 3D printer outweighs the price of just buying the parts.
You know what? It'd be a whole lot easier just to take a AR-15 lower and make a mold, mold, and just get you some aluminum, melt it down, and pour your own mold.
Exactly. You just have to worry about the shrinkage rate, because you may have, different temperatures, different moisture contents. You're going to have that mold shrink, 2%, 3%, 1%. So,
well, I live in Canada, so I know about cold weather and shrinkage.
That's why you coat it in wax. You coat it in wax before you make the mold. You dip it and you make the part cold, and then you dip it in hot wax and pull it out, and there'd be a thin coat of wax on it. Then you make the mold from that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like a lot of things. I mean, porcelain, for example, when you take and fire it shrinks dramatically, But then again, I mean, if that's the reason that a lot of people are using those machines, the CNC machines, you just take a billet of aluminum and sit there and cut it out, and you're
just perfect, man.
Yeah,
that's
you're correct. Yeah.
Man,
I'd love to have a billet.
That's the way to go.
Anybody wants to send me one?
Well, Congress just passed a bill. They just passed a bill for banning the making of those 3D printed guns for 10 years or something, didn't they?
I don't know, but that's how stupid
they are. Who cares? I mean,
it never was viable to do that anyway.
The only thing that any threat was is for radar or X-ray detection. You know, that's the only thing that was good for.
Yeah, yeah. And like Sarti said,
Who
if
cares?
you're really going to do it, then figure out your temperature. Figure out how many, like the Sarti said, how many times you may have to dip it in wax, and go ahead and make you a sand mold. Make sure you keep the same consistency on your sand mold and stuff, and sooner or later you'll hit a place where you can, I mean, you can make 20 or 30 of them a day. I mean, if you got the temperature right, the moisture content right, yeah, just throw them in there and just heat up the aluminum and start pouring, and it's not going to be as strong as a billet of aluminum, but I mean, it would do in a hurry to have a lower. I like these resin lowers myself with the fiberglass in them and all. I mean, from what people are talking, those things will last for. I mean, I wouldn't want to go into into a
Battle
conflict like a war or something. Yeah,
right, right.
But I mean, as far as just.
Oh, I got one of those lowers. I'll trade you for a horse cart. But yeah, I mean, people make such a big deal with all these 3D printers. Yeah, they do have their place, in in making materials to sand cast molds out of later, but it's not in the gun. Well, they're just trying to scare people. They're just trying to scare the anti-gunners, and say, look, they can print their own gun now at home.
Well, I think it's more the people that are selling stuff that you'd be printing instead of buying that are trying to get people scared of them.
And it caught fire because it came out the same time they were going to ban everything, and it was going to be a way that we could still have it,
Yeah, and well, they wanted to even go further than just taking our guns, They wanted to make it illegal first to print our own guns.
Why is everybody talking about guns? The Second Amendment, it says arms, not rifles, not pistols. It says arms.
Well, I've got 2 arms.
That's whatever the military's using at the time.
That's
the way I look at it. Because I mean, if you really went back, I mean, they could say, okay, well, that could mean a musket, They wrote it back when they were using muskets.
We were allowed to have cannons too.
Yeah.
They gave out cannons to the populace, didn't they? In like
We got cannons.
So,
I don't know about the cannon thing, but I do know.
I would say there was probably a time when they issued each township or region a cannon.
In the Alamo, they were given cannons before the Civil War. They were given cannons, and they used them. They were given it to protect themselves, and then they used them in the Civil War to beat the government in the end. But they were using, cannons they were given for defense.
I'm going to tell you, people don't realize it, but if the South would have had what the North would have had, the war wouldn't have lasted too long. Because the South done with a lot less than the North did. I mean, a whole lot less.
So you want to hear something off topic and peculiar?
It better be good.
All right. Over
something
20
dirty,
years,
isn't it?
over 20 years ago, my brother gave me a little pocket Swiss Army knife, and it was a officer edition. It was a green one. And over 20 years ago, I started opening, like any can that a can of tomatoes, can of refried beans, can of whatever. I started opening up my cans in the house with that pocket knife. And over 20 years ago, that's how I opened my cans. And that's how I still open my cans to this day.
That's pretty cool. And where was it? It was made in Switzerland?
Yeah, it's the same, just a green. It's just green instead of red.
That's pretty cool.
Too lazy to buy a can opener, I guess.
Every can you've opened for the last 20 years has been with that pocket knife.
Yeah.
The sloppy Joe you just opened was with that knife.
Yeah. Oh, let me get it. I'll show it to you.
That's pretty interesting.
They made better
That's a lot of cans.
knives. Yeah, they made better knives back in their older days than the newer stuff.
Yeah.
This newer Swiss Army knife stuff is it's just not there.
The cap lifter on my Gerber multi-tool broke the first can I tried to pop open with it.
When I was little,
hold that there, Raz. Hold on. Lower it down a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, you wore the shit out of it, didn't you?
It actually had a little Phillips tip on the top that broke off, but yeah, I've gotten so used to it, man. I leave this on the counter.
I see a little bit of evidence of sloppy Joe there.
Yeah, there's a little sloppy Joe in there. I mean, I got so used to it. I can open up cans. I mean, quicker than anything, man.
When I was little, my dad gave me this Leatherman. It's a multi-tool.
Yeah.
Oh, Leatherman used to be good.
Yeah, this one is pretty good. It's still sharp as hell. It doesn't have a can opener. Oh yeah, it does. I don't know. It got all kinds of stuff in there.
Yeah. It's like that stupid show they had, Lights Out, whatever, and those people the dude came back with a can of peaches, and the dude tried to rob him, and he beat him with a can of peaches, and he gets in there, and he's got a knife, and he ends up cutting himself with a knife. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, that's where at that point right there, that's when that show lost me. I turned it. I was like, for whatever.
It's like if you're that frustrated, put the knife down, take a few breaths, and then cut it open.
But this one is so firm, you know. If you buy a Leatherman now, they feel flimsy and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
This one is really built to that.
Well, everything's getting worse, being made in China, you know.
Yeah. It's all thick and stuff. If you buy them now, it's like tin metal. They use way less metal.
I don't blame all the companies completely because, you know, things are so expensive for them to produce and all the regulations that they have to go through.
How is it expensive?
Well, it's labor and unions.
Yeah. Union. I mean, you know, how can you even run a small company anymore?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, small companies.
We want $15
the big companies, they barely pay anything for labor in China and stuff. I mean,
well, they can't. I mean, I had a small company, so I'm going to argue a little bit for the business owner. But I mean, it just makes it so hard to keep your workers satisfied and coming back every day. I mean, what do you do? You know.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got Cass Sunstein and the EPA trying to run you out of business.
I mean, for the big companies and stuff, they have all the stuff made in China, but the quality just keeps getting less.
Well, that's up to the company, because there's companies that get good stuff made in China. They just want the bottom dollar product.
Yeah, I know. But
people want to pay for bottom dollar. Everybody started buying good stuff.
Well, but then you got to
They'd stop making the crap.
Yeah.
Well, the stainless that's made in China is not as good as what's made in the United States. I don't care if they can chemically look at it all day long. It's not going to be the same stuff as made here in the United States. They can argue all day long. It's just not as good.
Well, that's because we vote with our dollar, and everybody's voting for the cheapest quality disposable 3-use stuff you can buy. If everybody bought the good stuff and everybody wanted the good stuff, that's what businesses would make.
Well, but in some sense,
people want to buy the cheapest. Well, if people wanted to buy the best quality stuff, and that's what people were buying, that's what they'd make.
Well, if you buy Gerber, you think you're getting a good product, or if you buy Leatherman, you think you're getting a good product, or if you buy a lot of things, you think you're going to get a good product.
Yeah.
But they're the one that went to China and said, okay, we're going to lessen the quality of this, and we're going to hope you keep buying.
Leatherman's still made in the States, but they just don't want to pay, I guess, the people too, the employees, because employees don't want to work now.
But yeah, Leatherman ain't cheap.
No,
So
Leatherman. I just bought 3 of them, and all 3 of them were FUBAR.
Yeah, and you're not gonna expect some flimsy as crap, you know.
No,
So yeah, in that
mine
case,
were
it's
falling
not
apart.
what the people want.
Well, I mean, I don't know exactly where all of them's made. I know some of them's made now in China, and like you say, there are some good things that come out of China. I mean, some of the tools and stuff now that are coming out of China are okay tools. I mean, they're not really bad tools.
The Leatherman knife is made in the States. The sheath is made in China, and like the bits and stuff are made in China. But the actual knife itself is supposedly made in U.S. I don't know if it's just assembled in the U.S. because they have an assembly plant there, or is it?
There you go.
Yeah. But you can go online and actually see the production. I think the Leatherman stuff's all supposed to be made, but then they're hiring the same staff that you can't keep going into work because they don't want to work for what they're being paid no more.
Well, my mom worked for a company over 15 years ago, and y'all probably heard of the company Umbro. They used to make like athletic shorts and workout clothing and stuff.
Yeah.
My mom sat there and took tags out of pants and shorts and stuff, took the made in China tag out, and then the lady next to her sewed an American made tag in them. So they can say that it's made here in the United States. That don't mean it's made here,
Yeah.
But she sat there and took it out, and she worked there for probably about a year after they started doing that, and she said, that's it, I've had enough, and she quit. And I was like,
should have stuck in a videotape and videotaped it or something.
Well, this is back years ago when you'd have had to took in a dang camera on your shoulder, yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't like you could hold it in your hand anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, like it is nowadays. But yeah, I mean, she told the people that were running the place that I don't think we should be doing this. And they told her if she didn't like it, she could quit. And after about a year, she said, I've had enough of it. I'm quitting.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's kind of sad, but that kind of stuff goes on, all the time.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of problems. I mean, I like reading stories on the Blaze about a sandwich shop in Chicago. They had closed down for 2 or 3 days because all the employees were out protesting that $15 an hour fast food workers. And when they come back, they said, okay, we're closing the store down, we're moving, and we're remodeling. Everybody's job is terminated. Thank you for your service, blah, blah, blah. I just laughed, man.
Yeah, and now they're going to try and sue because they got termination papers right here at Christmas.
Yeah,
did you see that new one? I think it was Mindy posted the one about the Chinese chicken.
Yeah.
You guys are sending all your chicken to the States to be processed, and then it's going to come back for you guys?
Yeah, what was that Cat's Cradle that was talking about it?
I can't remember. I just saw the video.
I think it was Cat Cradle that was talking about it.
We're sending chicken
You're
to China?
sending chickens to China for them to process and then get shipped back to you guys to eat.
Yeah, we're supposed to be raising the chicken. Yeah,
to send live chickens to China than it is to process them here.
Well, you know what that's going to come down to. That's going to come down to we're going to send chickens over there. Once they start sending it back, then they'll just start sending their own chickens over here.
Exactly.
From China.
But in the same posting, they also said that there was a Chinese place that was selling beef, and it was pork that'd been rendered down, mechanically separated, dyed, injected with taste and flavorings, and then sold to the Chinese people. The same factory that's getting your chickens was selling pork that had been turned to beef.
Yeah, we need to stay on top of crap like this so we don't end up getting sick.
And that's Mr. Obama sending your chickens over there.
That's the reason I'm going to try and get chickens here, some meat chickens, something that I can eat here.
Yeah.
And know what I'm eating. Yeah. My wife told me, said, how long is it going to be? Yeah, I told her.
You need to get an incubator and all that crap.
Do you guys have that fancy, David's Tea places over there?
No.
Oh, there's this
I've
fancy.
never seen one.
It's this fancy high-dollar tea you buy in malls and stuff. And apparently 2, 3, 4 times a year they have recalls because their tea's got what is it? That stuff that's on your dish rags, E. coli in their tea. So 3, 4 times a year this high-end fancy tea gets recalled for E. coli.
Is what's in your intestine.
I mean, we have well, it's in some fecal matter, I guess.
That's where E. coli comes from.
Yeah, so I mean, if the tea was dried on the ground over there,
well,
some animal came along.
Done in China. They dry it on the ground. They're walking all over it with their boots and shoes as it's drying in the work area, and the tractors drive over it and stuff.
We have Starbucks here as far as if you want to buy something expensive.
No, we have Starbucks too, but this is like $20 for a $4 box of Earl Grey. But since it's got this fancy name on it, you're buying high-end tea. And it's the same tea you drink everywhere else. It's just this stuff has the occasional recall for poisoning people.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, and the thing of it is the only place in South Carolina that they grow tea in America is South Carolina. We're the only tea producer. All the other tea comes from overseas.
Depends on what kind of tea.
The only place that sells it in America is South Carolina, a little place down here. We're the only producers of tea in the United States.
Because I don't drink regular tea anymore. I've gone to decaffeinated stuff like calamine. Even my coffee is now half calf. I mean, I'm doing everything I can to lose weight. And I mean, no carbs. It just, like I say, surgery is about the only way I know of to get it done.
Yeah.
But
well, as far as coffee, I mean, I just drink the regular old Folgers. You know, that's it. Just regular old Folgers coffee.
I can't drink coffee anymore. I can drink the sodas, tea, and everything else all day long. But if I drink over 1 cup of coffee, man, I get sicker than crap. I get hot and cold chills. And
I can drink coffee. I can drink coffee 5 minutes before I go to bed and go in there and sleep like a baby.
Yeah, me too.
There's something else in the coffee besides the caffeine that's making me sick.
Coffee, yeah. Well, if you try the decaf and see what that does, if you drink the decaf, then
don't get me wrong. I like coffee. I just, I'm trying to do whatever I can to be, to be healthy and.
Well, from what they say, coffee is good for you as long as you don't drink, like 50 cups a day,
Yeah, as a truck driver, I used to stop at the truck stop, and this right here was full of coffee.
Yeah. I mean, Dave's doing the decaf to try to trick his metabolism into burning his fat instead of, making him feel hungry.
That's what I drink in coffee every time I drink. It's one of the big cups like this, and I drink 3 to 4 of these a day.
Well, sometimes people with high blood pressure,
you're gonna have a heart attack.
Caffeine can affect your blood pressure in some people.
Yeah, I mean it can, but like I say, it's according to how much coffee you drink. Coffee, it doesn't have an effect on me.
I'm gonna get naked right here live. Look, everybody got quiet.
The dog.
We're gonna take pictures. It won't stop anymore.
Well, he's gonna sell these to the Inquirer.
Yeah.
I just got enough photos for a documentary, I think.
Man. Hey, like that hat head.
Yeah, it's probably getting close to here in a few minutes. It's almost dark here, so. I mean, I'm
going to warm up one of them meals here in a little bit. I don't know if you ever tried them, but
it's getting dark really early.
Company called Packet Gourmet. They make some real high-end dehydrated meals. Man, they're legit.
What's the name of it?
Packet Gourmet.
Okay, hang on. Let me find Google here.
They pretty expensive.
I ain't gonna lie, they're not cheap, but it's the real stuff.
Yeah,
You save a little bit of money if you buy the double, the 2-person bag.
Yeah.
It's not just double the price of the single. They give you a cut. You know.
Yeah.
You pay about a price and a price and a third, or a price and a quarter, versus the double price. Man, they got some tasty stuff.
Well, they got Editor's Choice in Backpacker magazine, so.
Yeah, it's tasty stuff.
The freeze dried, dehydrated. What do you say?
Yeah, it's freeze dried.
Backpacking, I just take a bag of Bannock.
Yeah.
Oh,
there's all kinds of options.
They got whole meal plans here. Like, it's $34.99 a day, but you get breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert.
Right. I mean, I'm not saying it's cheap. I mean, when you choose to have one of those meals, you're going to be satisfied for 12 hours. I don't know. It's just something I like.
I don't look forward to living off my preps, man. I got 10,000 cans of treat.
You'd be surprised. I mean, I'm not trying to sell anything here, but I mean, there's something in that freeze-dried technology that, I mean, I tell you what, it tastes pretty darn fresh if you do it.
Y'all remember that company?
I mean, the Mountain House beef stew. I've got like probably 100 of those things.
Yeah.
Y'all remember that company that none of your business said he owned? No, I'm just kidding.
No, don't do that to me now.
I'm just kidding. He used to do carpentry work, so yeah, I was just jiving.
Oh goodness.
That's my company. No, I'm just kidding. We came up in the hard world where it was heating and air and doing carpentry work.
Yeah.
Well, Hoss, you got some hidden wealth, right?
Yeah, I'd like to try some of that, but boy, if I ate it, those are full of carbs, man.
I know. I'm just saying. Like I said, you shouldn't have your diet based around something like that. But man, they are real ingredients.
Here's one of my doomsday preps.
Yeah, Spam or treat, or which one you want to go down. There you go.
Treat original.
Yeah,
$1.50 a can or something.
Like I say, you can have a few of those. Just don't get too many of them.
Why?
Well, I mean, you don't want to get like just tons of that stuff because you need something other than just treat.
Yeah, if you eat the same every day, I mean, you're gonna get sick.
Treat is high in protein, and supposedly you'd be able to trade it for somebody with something that hasn't got any protein.
Yeah.
They put you some cans of corn and some cans of green beans and some stuff like that up with it.
Oh yeah, I've got
And I tell you something else. Those little small hams that's in a can, not much bigger than that.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on, I got
well, how much of that treat do you eat every day?
I like treat myself.
I mean, because if you don't rotate it, if you don't eat it now, it's going to go bad. That's why most of my long-term stuff, like beans and rice, will last longer than I'll be alive.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Well, like that there, I like cutting that into little quarter-inch strips and frying it up in a frying pan, then put it on some loaf bread.
Nothing like a Spam burger.
Yeah. There you go. Just a little small. Now, what size ham is that? How many pounds is that? The little
1 pound.
1 pound. Yeah, that's what you want to get. Some people will go get those big 5-pound ones. That's too much.
Yeah.
A little 1 pound's plenty big enough because I mean that'd make 2 meals right there.
That's a product of Denmark.
And like you say,
instead of pork, it's probably horse then.
Well, no, wait a minute. Packed and distributed in USA by Plum Rose USA. Well, it says product of Denmark, but then it says it's packaged in.
Well, the horse came from Denmark. They mark it as pork.
They say the French have the best MREs. Go figure.
Yeah.
Well, I buy these meats and stuff because they be good bean seasoning.
It's okay to eat whole.
I'm like you. Take that right there and cut it up and put little cubes. And, I mean, you should be able to feed 10 people out of that right there with some rice and some beans.
Oh, no doubt about it.
Throw that in the rice.
No doubt about it. Yeah, did he say that? Is that a 1 pounder?
Yeah, 1 pound, yeah.
Oh, yeah. No doubt about it with rice.
And not only that.
Actually, that 1 pound of ham, if you chop it up to small cubes and just mix it with pinto beans and then recan it, I mean, then you'd have just canned stuff ready to eat, pork and beans.
Well, like that, like you say, you could use the juice and all out of that ham. You wouldn't want to waste not one little drip of juice out of it.
You wouldn't need a whole lot of seasonings.
Yeah, just pour
it right in your soup.
And just like you said, you could do that.
I got something to show you, and this stuff here will be worth its weight in gold in grid down.
Toilet paper.
Probably salt. Yeah.
Liquid what?
Well, I don't know if that would be that good because I can
real stuff.
Yeah, just take and go out there and get some.
Good though.
What is it? I don't even see
you
what
can take a little cap full of that and put
some.
Oh yeah.
It makes the whole pot of beans taste like like you got some meat in it.
You know what? I'll just use real smoke.
I hear you.
But yeah, I mean, there's certain things I think a lot of people's not going to think about putting its salt up. Salt's going to be a big thing, especially during the summertime.
The best way to buy salt, if you want to put it up, is go to the farmer's co-op and buy the big 50-pound blocks.
Yeah, I go to the feed mill and buy the 50-pound bags.
I just buy the 50-pound bags, and put it in a bucket. And
well, those blocks are so easy to stack and everything.
Them
block, and you can chip off whatever you need.
Yeah, just take you a knife and sit there and scrape what you want off.
I wonder the mineral salt that they have for the feed animals. I mean,
it won't hurt you. It won't hurt you a bit because those minerals that's only 2% of that block is mineral.
Yeah. I know, but I'm wondering what minerals are in it.
Read it on the label.
It's probably nothing that's going to hurt you.
I mean, it's probably be good if you didn't have any multivitamins.
Well, no, it's not vitamins. It's minerals.
Yeah, but a lot of your vitamins have iron and magnesium.
Oh, Lord.
Have
you ever picked up a book on nutrition and read it?
Calcium, iron, phosphorus.
Those are minerals. Those are not vitamins.
Selenium, copper, manganese.
Vitamin would be like vitamin C,
potassium,
vitamin D,
nickel, silicon, tin.
He's reading the label off his gummy Flintstone vitamins.
I mean, there's a lot of metals and stuff, man. I mean.
Well, your body needs a lot of metals.
That's what I tell people.
People think we only need. Well, they think we only need iron. We need a lot of other metals.
Yeah, if the grocery store's closed down, people won't think to go to the feed mill. That feed mill's got a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah, believe me, all the farmers know to go to the feed mill. The feed mill will be sucked dry.
Well, speaking of alternate sources, Patriot Nurse put out a real good video about fish antibiotics.
Yeah, they've been doing that for a while.
I think, did you see her video, Hall?
Yeah.
Did you guys see that? I tell you what, I went and priced that. Packet that she.
It's not a bad price.
No, $254 for I think 5 different 60 packet products of the 5 major antibiotics, $254. I think I'm gonna try that. Go ahead and get it.
Me and my wife was talking about going ahead and getting it because of the. I mean, the only bad thing that I can see is they're only good for a certain amount of time.
Well, yeah, I see what I know what you're saying, and I've thought about that too, but I'm not so sure I believe that expiration date, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I would probably go past it. From what I understand, your medications on that kind of stuff lose about 10% per year.
Okay.
So you can pretty much base it off of losing 10% per year.
Well, if that's the case,
after the expiration,
what if
that $250 packet would go?
Oh yeah,
would go 10 years.
Yeah, you just may have to take you may have to take double at times, you know.
Right.
Or you may have to break a pill in half and take 1.5.
I think I definitely think I'm gonna go ahead and get that.
Well, that's at room temperature. That's what a druggist. Like I say, my brother-in-law is a doctor, and he asked him here a while back, what would you say would be safest you could store this, you know, like antibiotics? And he told him, well, it's according to which ones you're talking about. And he said usually you're looking at about 10% per year after expiration date. He said, you know, that would be a good rule of thumb to use. He said there's a lot of factors. If you can keep it cooler, it's going to last a little longer. If it gets a little warmer, it's not going to last as long. So
yeah, in our neck of the woods, the best way to store stuff would be underground. If you could have a root cellar or something and keep everything underground.
Yeah,
right.
Keep the moisture of it.
Surface.
I don't have another source for human grade antibiotics, so I think that's what I'm. I think that's what I'm going to go with.
Well, she was talking about the antibiotics that's made are made in the same.
Well, that's what
have the same number on.
Right, it's from the same factory, so that's good enough.
Yeah,
that's good enough for me, man.
Well, now you have to watch some of these fish antibiotics that you get that are in powdered form are not the same as she was talking about.
Okay, so, right, because they don't have the same imprint.
Yeah, well, and they're powdered form so that they dissolve real quick in water, and they have different chemicals in them. So yeah, so you want to get the pill form that you have to, you know, like crush up and then put in your water.
And anything
that makes sense.
Just like food, seeds, and anything else that you're going to store long term, you got to either store it in glass or you got to store it in Mylar, because plastic breathes. And after 5 years, I mean, you know, you've got to keep moisture off of it. So Mylar or glass.
Well, if you really got down to it, the best way to do it would be is to put it in a Mylar bag and vacuum pack it and put a little oxygen absorber in it. Then put it into a glass jar. Then put another, you know, oxygen absorber in there, and then close the lid on it. That would be your best way. That way, if the jar got broke, you still have it in a Mylar bag.
Yeah.
But then the Mylar can't get poked because of the glass jar.
I'll tell you what, that process you said right there, tell me that's not going to last 20 years.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I'll argue you till we're done, you know.
And then somewhere cool, keep it the temperature below. You know, I tell you at least try to keep it in the 40s and 50s. But
well, and people talk about, you know, like if you don't have a root cellar, go buy you a piece of PVC plastic. Go out there and get you a set of hole diggers. Dig you a hole about 4 foot deep, as far as you can get the hole diggers to go. Put you a cap on the end of that plastic, and then on the top, put you a clean out. And just take your string and tie it on there and drop it down in there and close the lid back up. It stays good, cool, dry, and everything.
I'd like to build one of those, like the people in Africa, where they have like these clay pots, and you have a pot within a pot, and then you have sand around the outside, and then
the evaporative cooler.
Yeah, evaporative cooler. I like to play around with one of those, see how how good they actually do.
Depends how hot it is.
Well, you can do the same thing with the refrigerator, but you're only going to drop at a certain temperature from what the ambient temperature is.
Right.
You can also just dig a hole.
Well, yeah, that's the easiest way, because the ground stays Mostly around here where I'm at in the south is about 54 degrees. Yes.
Yeah, something like that.
If I saw somebody that did. They just they went and bought an old school bus in the junkyard, and then they just
or around here you can dig a hole down to the permafrost.
And they dug a big old trench, and then they just put that school bus down into the trench, covered it up, and then had an opening, and then took out all the seats. I think that's about the easiest way to do it.
Well, the easiest way to do it is get one of those shipping containers. That way you don't, and you just have to take and you'd have to get some kind of a tar or something like that and spray it with it. That way it didn't rust.
Rhino, probably just
but you're talking
sand it down.
But you're talking rhino liner would be
rhino line that sucker.
You'd have $5,000.
You got
rhino liner.
There's a certain process to that rhino lining to the right. You got to heat that stuff up. You got to have it hot before you apply it to get it done right. I'm saying.
You better off just to take and get you somebody out there that sprays tar roofs. You know that.
Yeah.
Where they do tar or they do brickwork and they go in and waterproof it. And they'll take and put that on there, and then they'll take some fiberglass, Lord have mercy. Something kind of like
Fort Bend's under attack.
That fiberglass stuff, like roofing paper.
Hey, y'all check this out.
They'll just keep spraying it on there.
There's that lawnmower.
I'll tell you what. You could go around the county, Dave, and that'd be your living right there.
Well, it's like they took some bedpost and put right there on the front of that thing.
Yeah, well, whatever. I'm just saying that there are possibilities that.
Tell me you couldn't go around the county and live doing that.
That would be nice.
I'm serious.
Boy, don't you know it'd make a mess if that horse pooped right in front of those blades.
No.
Well, his face, he'd have to take a cloth with him, Put a
little piece of something right there, right up under its tail.
Looks like I'm going to have to start an after chat in about 5 minutes.
Put a pillowcase right there to go with those bedposts.
Yeah. Piece of plastic.
Well, they make little U-shaped things that you tie right there behind the horse to catch the poop.
Yeah.
Like in New York City.
Yeah, in their Central Park.
Yeah.
Well, they ride the horses
a little bit. I'll be back in just a tad.
Oh, hey, where are you going?
None.
I gotta do my own business.
Wait a minute.
No, I can't. What?
I'm going to be restarting the chat here in about 5 minutes. We'll do an after chat. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
See you in a little bit, Robert.
All right. All right. Bye.
Yeah, when I seen that thing right there, I says, I thought about that, going around, to like commercial businesses and say, maybe sell an advertisement for the side of the cart or something, and ride around and mow the hospital or whatever. You telling me people wouldn't ride by and look at that and say, what in the heck is that? And then they got their advertisement on it? Problem is, that thing right there is about $3,000.
You can make that.
Yeah, and with buying how much welding equipment?
Just some scrap metal and some lawnmowers.
Yeah. Have you priced one of those reel mowers like they got right there? Look up the CL reel mower. Those things are $200 a piece, and there's 3 of them right there.
No.
So by the time you get that, the wheels, and you build it, they're actually not making that much profit on those things. I mean, these are all Amish companies, so they're making probably about 20%.
All right, what I miss? Did somebody got a price on that thing?
I think they're around $3,000.
Well, it doesn't surprise me. I mean, you look at a real, a good commercial mower, it's $5,000.
Yeah. Yeah, I would love to have one of those. Yeah, I could see sitting out there just riding. I mean,
Oh yeah.
It wouldn't
No
hurt
doubt.
my back. I mean, it wouldn't hurt my back just to ride. So
Right.
I might have to get an extra wide seat and put on it.
Heck, look at that. That's even got suspension on the seat post there, don't it?
Yeah, a little spring. Might have to get extra heavy duty spring.
Put one going the other way too. Well, no, you wouldn't want to impede the swing of the angle there, but like you said, a heavier spring or something. Yeah, that's nice. That's cool.
Yeah, this company has all kinds of stuff that you'd be surprised what they're doing with horsepower.
Where are they located?
I think it's Ohio, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, so
some pretty good stuff.
Cultivators,
plows. Yeah.
Plow.
I like it.
Yeah. A lot of the plows and stuff require 2 horses. Because there's a lot of pulling, so you got.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna jump off here for a little bit. My mom and dad's coming.
All right,
I'll be back on in a little
restart
bit.
Here.
Yeah, guys, I'm gonna say good night.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to bed.
All right, Carlo.
That's no.
See you later, Carlo. Y'all have a good one.
Good night, all.
Check that out. I'll see you, Carlo.
Have a good night.
Cool.
Yeah, when you guys jump off, I'll get back with you when I see the chat started back up.
Okay, because I got the 5-minute warning about 5 minutes ago, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it right now.
All right.
I'll be back in about 5 minutes.
All right, later, guys.